Boom. There you go. I think you guys are muted. Ba-bam. And you should all be able to hear everybody. Hello, internet, and people watching us. Oh, God, Sawdust. Time is a creative thing to say. I don't have time is like saying I don't want to.
What?
Right, whatever, Sawdust. Whatever. Anyway, welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. We play lots of tabletop games. You should all know this by now, because you're amazing. So, tonight we are going to be playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition in our campaign Fables Among Titans. This is session 15? I've put 15, I've just checked. This is session 15, so one more is the 4-month mark. Well done, kids. Let's see if you make it to 4 months. That well-known milestone. So, if you want to follow us on social media, just go to Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and you can type in Heavyweight Gaming and you'll find our account and you can see what we're taking pictures of and making funny comments about and telling you what we're getting up to through the week and future plans. We also have a Discord that if you go to the Discord button below the stream, so if you're on a phone you just have to click about and there's loads of little options. One of them is Discord. The link will take you straight to the Discord and you may join it, and again, join in with us talking absolute geekery as often as we can. So that's the social media side. Our wonderful sponsors for this evening, and he better be watching. He better be watching. I can't see him in the chat. We have first of all Ashana, who is an incredible glass crafter. She's currently streaming right now. If you go check her out on Twitch, hopefully put her on in the background while you're watching to our lovely selves. But she does incredible figurines made out of glass. It's so cool to watch. And as soon as we can get deliveries from across the big water a bit more consistent due to the death plague, then we shall have some little figurines to give away to you lovely lot. So looking forward to that. Our other sponsor, which I am going to make sure he watches the beginning of this, is Ruffworx Creative. Now I'm not going to go into detail because he's a professional. I should never slate a sponsor or a friend, but let it be known to the world that magnets opposites attract. That's all you need to know. Sawdust, I beg you to nudge Ruffworx Creative and ask him how his dice trays are going. So I'm saying no details, no details. So thank you. On the side note, if you go check out his photo album on Facebook, you will see some stupidly good woodwork and leatherwork. Just the stuff he churns out is amazing. So lots of love for Ruffworx Creative. That's the sponsors done. 48-hour stream gaming charity lunacy at the end of August. We have, according to my little thing, 26 days to go. We are going to stream lots of tabletop, lots of gaming. So you will have on the list so far Dungeons and Dragons, Alien, Pathfinder, Vampire the Masquerade, Call of Cthulhu, an Urban 5e, I missed some. Gamma Worlds, a space simulator where a crew of people simulate being the crew of a spaceship and go through space. That's going to be cool. We'll be test streaming that on Friday, so stick it if you want to look at that. I think that's it for the tabletop stuff. And then we'll be playing other silly, wonderful games like World of Warcraft, Apex, Fortnite, Destiny, Broforce, which I got told I'm playing today with Island of Rob, a Twitcher. We'll be playing on the Friday night, Broforce. I get to play Mr. T on a platform shoot 'em up. I mean, I've won, really. That's me done for the 48 hours. And some other stuff. But essentially, we're just going to play lots of games for 48 hours. We're going to do this for 3 charities. These 3 charities are Mind, which is a mental health charity, Mermaids, which is a pride charity, and Rainbow Trust, which is a poorly kids charity. I know that's very vague, but if you go to Google and Google those 3 charities, you'll get far more information and detail about what they're doing, how they're doing it, what they're doing it for, instead of me trying to read paragraphs and paragraphs off the internet. So please go check them out. We're basically trying to raise 500 quid for each of them. The last time we did a 24-hour stream, we raised 1,500 quid, so there you go. As you can see, the little bar under my name, you'll see that it goes up when we get donations. If you follow the link that should pop up in chat, make sure that you pick the right name for the right charity you wish to donate to. Myself for Mind, Rob for Rainbow Trust, and Kelly for Mermaids. It's just how Just Giving set up their page, so make sure you go do that if you want to. If you use below the Twitch, the donation button, it will go to my personal Twitch account, and therefore I will manually put the money across. So if you do that, please make sure you add the note add a note of which charity that donation is for, so I can make sure I can put it in the right charity. The other thing is go to Sawdust and Swearwords on Facebook and check out the photos he's been putting up of a dice tray he's making. He's currently in the chat, so if he could, don't put any links, Dave, they won't work. But if you just describe it in chat, go check it out.
I can put a link. I can put a link.
Yes. This dice tray looks incredible. It is so beautiful. It is so I don't know the word for it. Antique. It is. It just. I cannot wait to see it. Basically, if you want a go at winning it, it's £2 a go. So you donate to on Just Giving. Make sure that you put the word tray or this is for the dice tray, something to state that I know it's for the dice tray. And for every £2 you donate, your name goes in the hat. So you donate £10, you get 5 chances at winning, etc., etc. If you donate anonymously, I have no idea who you are, and you don't get put in the hat. If you don't put something to state in your donation that it's for that, then I don't put you in the hat. I just assume it's a donation from another source. So please, if you want to crack it, go check it out. I'll get a photo and I'll spam it all over our social media, as we do anyway. Yeah, it's wonderful. It's so beautiful. Have I missed out, kids?
No, don't think so.
Patreon.
Now, Patreon.
Oh, Patreon.
If you want to support the channel, I'm so good at this. If you want to support the channel financially, other than your love, you can either do it through Twitch Prime, which is a free monthly subscription from Amazon. The homie Sapphire looks hella constipated. Wow. That maybe aimed at yourself. Yeah, if you use your Twitch Prime, if you are an Amazon Prime customer, you get a Twitch Prime once a month that you can put on a channel. They pay it, you don't have to pay anything, it's just part of you being part of Amazon Prime. If you don't wish to give it to this channel, that is fine, but I would always highly recommend that you give it to a content creator you like, because it costs you nothing and it's Amazon will put a couple of quid their way. Or you can just subscribe straight out of your own pocket, which is very appreciated by any content creator really. The other way is our Patreon page. We have obviously a Patreon page. Heavyweight Gaming, who knew? If you go there are a couple of tiers, some $1, others up to 10, 15, 12, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But if you want to monthly subscribe, you get a reward of a e-magazine called Arcane Script, which is filled with all the lore, sub-races, sub-classes, feats, adventures, NPCs, all the weird and wonderful stuff that we've been creating for Colossus, which is our homebrew world, which we are playing in tonight. And we also play on the Saturday. So yeah, so you will get that. And it's about 30 pages each issue. I think the smallest one was 21 when we first started, and now they're hitting 30 as we go along. We have a big, we have a project that we're doing for the end of the year, which will hopefully be available as a PDF and hardback for one of the countries in our world that we're going to go deeper into and expand on, and then put it out to the world and see how successful it is or not. But yes, so look out for that. I won't tell you which country until we've done stuff, but yeah, so we're looking forward to that. And then we've got lots of stuff planned for next year. So I think that's it. Right, the players, I'll introduce them because we have a new face and then we have one face missing. So Kate, who plays Griff, is still on sabbatical, but her chair is being warmed in the virtual sides, and when she returns, boom, we'll have a little Kenku Paladin run around. Mr. Delphin is a little bit poorly today, so he's took the night off. Lazy, if you call me, if you ask me. You know what I mean? I've never took a day off sick. So tonight we have Luke playing Kesvion, the fighter. We have Jade playing Zandria, the warlock. We have Mel playing Aristotle, the swashbuckler / bad. And we have a new member to the team. Sean playing Sapphire, the monk barbarian.
Did you forget Sean's name?
No, I nearly said Clockwork SJ.
I mean, that's also accurate.
True, it is still a name.
So, it's still a name.
Names have power,
Sean's accent on his name always confuses me. So, but yeah, I'm easily confused. So this is our player party. Sean is joining us for the foreseeable future.
It's gravy time.
Thank you very much for the follow, Kestra_SG. Yes, so let me play some music that the viewers can hear, but you look at.
Ew.
We use Syrinscape for all our background music. It's really cool. If you, there we go. It's really cool. It's great for ambient stuff. If you're into your tabletop, use it. It's brilliant. Right, last week, this lot managed to present themselves. The Council of Ravens was happening, and they discovered that the announcement was going to be from the provinces that they was going to have a go at the
gravy
forest.
time.
Ah, thank you for the subscription, Norfair 123. They allowed the incredibly charismatic Ulrich, announce to the audience of the town of Malran that essentially Ravenholm was going to physically walk into the Copper Forest and remove the power that's within for themselves. It was met a little bit, a bit flat, but it had been announced.
Gravy time.
Needed, Jesus, thank you, Kestra. What's going on?
Don't question it, just roll with it.
I'm going. It's just a bit early on. I'm like, what's going on? So you presented yourselves as representatives for the Copper Forest, specifically Zandria. Zandria stepped forward, had a lovely conversation with Lord Romerick, who is one of the high-ups for the House of Falcons, who steward the kingdom of Ravenholm in the absence of a monarch. The other provinces had all had a bit of a throw-in. Yes, let's do it. No, let's not do it. Romerick was the one that had said yes originally, but was looking for a reason to change his mind. Zandria successfully gave him a reason, and he changed his mind for enough time to have a conversation in the Blue Cask, a dwarven tavern. You gotta love a dwarven tavern in Malran, where they seem to have become the base of operations for this lot, as they do everything. They bath there, sleep there. So they arranged a conversation with Romerick and a representative of the Copper Forest to have a bit of a conversation to convince Romerick that changing his answer to no would be official and stop, or at least it'd be 3 for 3 and slow down the coming aggression towards the Copper Forest. Dalefin, who dodged a bullet tonight, well played, sir, went with Ari, knocked on the Copper Forest door, and returned with Old Oak, who is a very, very old ancient satire, whichever you prefer, who is quite willing to say what the fudge he wants when he wants. He has quite a bardic skill about him. They returned to the town with him. No one has questioned that they've turned up with this old satyr. He just seems to blend right in as if he's done this many times. In the tavern, he turned it into a lovely place. There was dancing. There was incredible dancing from Ari and Zandria, which was like watching Zorro, Antonio, and Catherine Zeta. I'll let you two decide who's who. And it was great. It was wonderfully witnessed, beautiful, great music. It's doing really well. Dwarf Warrior, I'll get to that. I'll get to the 200 bits. What the bloody hell? So yeah, so you awaited Lord Romerick turning up. Lord Romerick turned up with the rest of them to sit with you and discuss and have this almost on neutral ground, but in a place that was full of witnesses. And they're going to have a conversation between Zandria, Kess, Old Oak, and then the representatives of Ravenholm. Obviously, the House of the Red Lady and the House of Tor did not turn up, but you have representatives for the others. We ended it on Lady Elva received some news that upset her greatly. Zandria spoke with Lady Elva and discovered that the first eagle had passed away and had the official letter from the House of Eagles in a very ornate scroll case that she gave over to Zandria to pass across to Ari. So, 3, 2, 1, let's do this. Sean, you'll just have to look pretty until I call you in. Right. Stage left. Here we go. So
stage right, pursued by bear.
So you, Zandria and Kess, you were sat at the table. Ari, you was off to the side. The last thing you saw, Harry, was you'd messaged Elva. She had told you she wanted to speak to you later that night, and then told you she was leaving. Oh no, you wanted to speak to her later that night, and she told you she was leaving now. She then spoke with Xandria. There was a definite difference in their interaction from where you're standing, and then Elva left. Xandria sits back at the table. Xandria, in front of you is Lord Romerick. The tavern's gone a little bit quieter. It's less rumptious. You can still hear the clinking of music and a bard playing a bit of a song in the background, because that's what's playing.
Has it gone bubble-like again?
Not yet. It doesn't feel bubble-like just yet. Okay. So sat at the table with you is Lord Romerick from the House of the Falcons, Leopold, who you've met a couple of times now, from the House of the Eagles, the Goldilocks lookalike from the House of Lilies.
Jeez.
And the polished wood and iron humanoid that you saw before. So you have the House of Forge, House of Lilies, House of Eagles, and the House of the Falcons sat before you. On your side of the table is you, Old Oak, and Kesfion.
What a unit. What a unit.
Right.
Two relatively sane Fae, and then...
And then Kesfion.
Xandria.
Yeah!
Xandria.
Oh, yeah. I should have gone Xandria.
Oh, shots fired, my brother, that hurts. Oh.
So.
Hurt me still.
There doesn't appear to be any guards anywhere around. They haven't come heavily bodyguarded or anything. It is evening time. Well, night time nearly. Mm. They sit, they're all at the table, they're ready to speak. And Old Oak speaks first.
Of course he does. I was expecting nothing less other than Old Oak to just kind of go, alright. I'm Old Oak. What you want?
That is uncanny, Xandria. Uncanny. So as everyone sits and is ready, Old Oak sort of shuffles in his seat and just looks across. So, Lord Roger, pleased to meet you. He elbows Kesfion in the side. Ah, Roger.
That's just the face.
Literally, that's the face. That's the reaction. Just the twins are just like, no.
And then Lord Romerick. It is Romerick, but thank you for the hello. I am Lord Romerick of the House of Falcons. I am one of the Rabe, the stewards of Ravenholm, an advisor to the Viceroy. Viceroy? Ah, psh, stupid names. What about you? Looks across to Leopold. I'm Leopold of the House of Eagles. Pleased to meet you. And you, Blondie. And the Goldilocks looking, she's super beaming smile. So she's in a seat and she can't help but like rock backwards and forwards. Hello, I'm Elmir, House of Lilies. Pleased to meet you. And she puts her hand out. I wouldn't touch that if I were you, girl. What about you, tin person? I am Garina. I'm a soul forged of the House of Forged. Pleased to meet you. Well, if bloody titles. I am Makarian, one of the first seeds. Pleased to meet you all. Especially you, Elmir dear. And she just sort of like shakes her head, all golden ringlets flopping about everywhere. Well, introduce yourselves. And he elbows Xandria. Who's ramming popcorn in the
Literally just like...
You thought your bit was done. You thought you could have a snack.
Fucking snap. I just look at Old Oak and I'm just like, well, they already know who I am. I'm the one who addressed them to begin with. But in case you have forgotten, my name is Xandria Summerbreeze.
And you, dear boy, and elbows Kesfield. I mean, there's no need to elbow you. He's got.
He's just laying into Ken.
Either side just elbows the kids.
Xandria is my sister. I am Kesfion Summerbreeze.
So, The young'uns here want me to diplome with you, Lord Roger. What's this about your lot coming into the forest? Not a good idea. Yes, they have explained that once or twice. Merely, I do not wish war with the Copper Forest, and Zandria here has explained most of what we feared already, that it is not something anyone can win, our side or yours, and there should not be sides. The Copper Forest is as old as Ravenholm, at least according to our scholars. Older, dear boy. Bear in mind, Romeric's pushing 70. So, don't come in. Stay outside. Save a few lives. Be a hero. Go home. Grow deader. You're close now. I can see that, Roger. Kids, grandkids. Yes, I do have grandchildren. He's looking across to Cass and Zandria in a bit of a okay. Not the diplomat I expected. You get that all from his eyes.
I just, with my eyes like back, just like.
Elmir, the House of Lilies, she's this is wonderful, and she's sort of leaning really close on her, like chin on her hands, just listening at every word Old Oak says. So, what do you want? Lord Romerick is. I wish an allegiance. I would wish those of Ravenholm and the Copper Forest to be one, or at least on the same page, and thrive because of each other rather than separate entities on the same piece of land, plain. Yes, it's a good idea, Roger. Bloody good idea. But I don't think your lot. And he looks at Elmir. Doesn't really acknowledge Leopold or Garina, just Elmir. And the big un. They're not gonna like being told no. Well, yes, that is something that we'll have to deal with in the future. But I do wish for peace. And I do wish for you to know that if there are any actions towards the Copper Forest, that the blame does not lie upon Ravenholm, but only upon a few. I see. So, throwing them under the wagon, are we? Ah, good. That bigger needs a slapping or two. Give it old Lancy the run around here. Looks at you two, does Romerick for Lancy?
The protector of the Copper Forest. He's referring to the Lance Lord.
The Golden Knight. We have heard such stories and such tales, although I've never witnessed myself. Elmir is in bits. She's like, the Golden Knight. I see him in my dreams. Garina, the Soulforge, just looks across at Elmir, back at you two, and just shakes her head gently. Leopold's not batted an eyelid. He's sat prim and proper, very. It's almost like he's the lowest ranked there.
Mm.
Romerick then turns back to Old Oak. So, I do not believe you are the ruler of the Copper Forest, and although, as Andrea said, someone to speak of the Copper Forest would be brought, you do seem a little forwards in your... or carefree. Well, what's there to care about, Roger? Your lot are going to invade. All I can advise is you don't invade with them. Well, yes, we've already said that there'd be... No. What I mean is, you're going to have to physically not invade, and therefore defend yourselves, because the big one will not slow down. And if you stand aside and let him, then you are against us. If you get involved, you are with us, and therefore against him. And no doubt, this lunatic here. And Elmir's like, just nodding a lot. She cares not. And Romerick, for a moment, it's almost like he hasn't clicked that bit. There has never been split in Ravenholm. Never been a civil. There's never been a split. You're not going to stop it, lad. Well, I didn't even contemplate that as an option. And he sits back. Elmir sort of like, I've got to go now, but it's been lovely meeting you, Akarian. One of the first seeds. Oh, delightful. And she holds out her hand to shake again. He's like, nope, still not happening, girl. Away with you. And she's like, okay, bye-bye, and skips out the tavern.
S will just kind of like share a really quick look with Sandra being like...
Now you feel the bubble and the distant music. You can see the bard playing in the corner, but that you get that from Romerick, Garina and Leopold all feel it, as if they've been told about it rather than all of a sudden know.
Yeah. And
Old Oak just shuffles a little bit and he sits up a bit straighter than you've noticed before, and he's now taller than Kess. So, Lord Romerick, there is going to be a war. You cannot stop it. Your country is about to be split. All you need to decide among you three here is where your people swing their swords. Well, we don't. There doesn't have to be a war. Akarian, was it? Old Oak's fine. Or just Oak. Don't like being called old. Unless it's a Tuesday. So, I would say there will be a war. I've told everyone this. There's going to be a war. Nobody believes me. Why don't you go up to the big one? Who is the big one? Old Oak looks to you two.
Ulrich.
Ah, Ulrich. Yes, you have a point there. That is... And he's now fighting. He's got a bit of conflict going on. Look, I have to go very soon. I can't be out the forest too long. It's bad for the skin, you know. But I'm telling you now, Lord Romerick, your people here, the Tin One, the lunatic that's just left, I believe she's on their side, is she not? She voted yes, that is correct. Good. The Lilies lot, they need... Whoa, freaky they are. Even to the Fae, crazy people. But I would prepare. Your northern provinces are about to come down hard. And they will have to stop yourselves as well as the forest. And I do not believe old Jezza will want to engage with such a civil war. Then where would they stand once the fighting starts? Well, nowhere for now, but if Ulrich, you call him, enters the forest as well as fighting you, then we'll give him a shoe-in. But if he's just fighting you, there's no reason for us to join in, and if he beats you, he'll be at a loss because of the fighting, and then we'll clean up. Simple. Leopold sort of shifts. You there? How's the wall? It stands. It stands. Good. So you've lost that lot. They're going to be defending the old fiends far in the east. Can't leave the wall. What will you do then, Roger? You'll be infested with demons and devils everywhere. So there's you and old Tinny here. The name is Garina. Okay, Garina. So that's 2 houses against the 3 in the north. And this bunch of, well, they're quite handy, to be fair. They helped old Lancy out in the forest. So what do you do then with your civil war? So what you are saying, Old Oak, is we're outnumbered and we'll lose immediately if we engage. Well, no, but you need to convince Jezza more. You need to be charismatic. Do something. Get a grand gesture, Romerick. You are what? Are you in charge of this place? I am one of the rabbi, yes. Well, there you go. Do something. Enter the forest. Don't be scared of it. Walk your story, lad. You're nearly dead, for crying out loud. You ever been in the forest? I have not, no. Well, you should. I tell you what, I'll take you there now. There's a lot of uncomfortable shifting from Leopold, Garina, and Romerick himself. I am not ready to go, but thank you very much for the offer. Well, suit yourself, but I would definitely think about going sooner rather than later. Time's different there, lad. Might come out and lost the whole goddamn country. Gods be damned country. There we go. Yes, quite. I'm not sure what we're achieving here with this conversation. Can another one be arranged? Oh, we can arrange more. Look, you're going to have to fight. Don't be daft. You humans are always trying to be... Well, you are daft. Just prepare yourself. They've already started the ball rolling, Roger. And Ulrich is going to come at you. As is his friends, Vincent and Karina, I believe. Not seen them two around for a while. They've been in the forest. Stole some of our people. The House of Tor and the House of the Red One, they will come hard. So if you want Jezza on side, you need something bigger than a meeting in a pub. And if you don't want Jezza on side, well, good luck parrying. Ulrich's a big lad. Yes, on that note, I think there's a bit more thinking to do. And he's sort of looking at Kess and Zandria, then back at Old Oak. I'm going to go away and speak with my friends and companions here and discuss what's been said. Yes, you do that. You do that. Right, I need to go now, out bones and all that. Okay. It's been a pleasure. Lady Summerbreeze, Kersfield, Okarian, was it? It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for hosting us. We will go away and think about what we've said. And Leopold stands up first and then pulls out the chairs for Garina and Lord Romerick. They give a little polite nod and they all begin to leave the tavern. And they leave the tavern. Well, that went well.
You could have at least gotten his name right once.
You got it right twice.
There you go.
Did he?
I did indeed. Perceptive one is Kesrion. So they're gonna die, so you might want to choose which side you're on.
Well, it's fairly obvious which side we're on.
Are you going to help them or leave?
Depends how much it helps us.
Well, what do you need out of it?
If it's two armies less that we're fighting for a small amount of aid to them, then it makes sense. But if they're just going to join in with Ulrich and his lot, then we're more used to helping our citizens to forests prepare. They won't stop just with the copper forest.
Very true, dear boy. Very true. Well, it's late. Don't like being out the forest this long. And I need to sleep. So I suggest...
Thank you for coming out anyway.
No problem. Where's Dale Finanari? Bloody human and pointy is. Anyway. I don't need an escort. Probably going to go grab some dried apricot on the way out. It's like near pushing midnight.
Just yanking on the way past. No one's gonna know.
No one will see Old Oak. So you got some thinking to do, children.
Yes, seems we do.
I shall inform old Jezza what the crack is, although she probably already knows.
I would not be surprised.
Watch the lilies. Elmir, I think her name was. Lunatics, every last one of them.
Quite aware.
Incredibly powerful. Right. Goodbye. And he dimension doors out the tavern. And he goes quiet in the tavern. As you then notice, no bubble, and you haven't really noticed while that conversation went on that more people have left the tavern, and it's now quite obvious Dalefin is not there anymore. He's not at his table anymore. Ari is still where Ari was. Ari, just to ask, I know it's a bit like time squiffy, but do you go after Elva?
No, he'd have made a decision to basically keep an eye on what was going on, because that was kind of more important.
Cool.
He believes he'll be able to catch up with Elva later.
Lovely.
Even though I know he won't.
Cool. I just needed to know. Right, so... Bam, 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 bam. Cool. You ready, Sean? Yeah, you said off mute, lad. As people start leaving the tavern, and a couple of humans go out, and then it's getting thinner and thinner as the crowd. Now Old Oak's not there, hamming it up. You can now basically pick out the people in the tavern. There are two dwarves sat at the bar that you know work there, and are part of the landlady dwarf. They were helping her out earlier on in the day, and they're just having what seems to be an after-hours drink type thing. Most of the tables have been cleaned up. There are two humans sat in the far left that look like dock workers, and sat at a table by themselves is... Sean, describe what they see, please.
What you see sitting by himself is a very largely built tabaxi. Most of the tabaxi in the world are quite thin, quite lithe. This is a white-furred lion tabaxi with a big, massive mane, braids into the mane down the sides to keep the hair away from his face. He looks very Eastern. He's wearing what looks to be greyish-blue monk robes, and has a naginata on his back, a curved bladed spear. And he is specifically looking over towards your table.
So for those looks Eastern, the Vey dynasty in the east is what you see. Similar to Delphin, actually. For you, Sean, you noticed that Delphin left about halfway through that conversation to where you already know the bunk rooms of the Blue Cask are, as you've done a bit of recon in the town already.
Cool. I would have watched him very carefully as he went. And yeah, for anyone on the table that will have noticed me, pretty much ever since he left, I've had my eyes on you as I very slowly, drink something from a tankard.
Ari, give me a perception check.
I was going to say Ari's keeping an eye on the crowd at the moment. And that is... What's my character sheet in my bed?
That helps.
I can't help you with that.
18.
18. Cool. You notice the lion tabaxi noticing Dalefin more. His eyes are on Dalefin rather than the rest of you. And obviously has a similar attire.
In fact, it may have been that after things start quietening down and people start leaving the tavern, I would push my chair out and
the entire table forward.
That is, to be fair, that's actually often how I get up from things. So yeah, I will push my table forward. There's it's not subtle at all. There's a horrible loud screeching noise, and then I'll get up and start heading towards the stairs in the direction that Delphin went.
Harry
will follow.
Perception
up my
check
go on then.
from us to see if we even noticed.
You don't need a perception check. You watch this large line tabaxi going towards the bunk rooms, and then Ari turn on heel and follow. It's not it's not a massive, huge room. It's not a hall.
Yeah.
You're just in a decent sized tavern.
I look at Cass and just be like, follow?
Yes.
Similarly.
With less table screeching.
Less table switching, yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I guess I'll watch. I'll try and see if I could have figured out which door was gone through. Try and follow him as best as I can.
So as you
Considering
follow,
I've waited.
as you follow down the bar, so the right hand side of the bar is the corridor where all the bunk rooms are. You go down there and you just see the colourings of Dale Finn's clothing as the door is ajar, and he seems to be on a bunk asleep, or at least laid down. So the door is slightly ajar and you can see through the crack in the door where your assassin target is.
In that case, I will move over so that I can be against the wall, kind of looking through the crack in the door, and I will hold on to the amulet around my neck and see if it resonates.
Cool. Give me a perception check.
Well, first roll. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
17.
So you look, seeing through the crack, you use the power of the amulet. You also, basically what you see and feel is you can see Dale Finn curled up in the fetal position, and he seems to be shivering and has got a sweat going on. But he does look out cold, but he's definitely shivering. And then you can see, as if every now and then when you concentrate on the amulet, you can see like blurred versions of him around him, like coming off him. So it's like, you know, shaking him really fast and you get that blurred effect. You can see that happening on the bed as he's shivering, like there's multiple of him shivering on the bed. And when you let go of the amulet, it settles to just him shivering.
Okay, cool. Depending on what the others are planning on doing.
As you're doing that, Harry, you walk round the corner and you just see a massive tabaxi stood outside the door.
Harry kind of calls on the corridor. Excuse me, can I help you at all?
He looks up, like, wide-eyed. Considering his size, he looks quite scared. Oh, hi. Yeah, sorry, I was... Do you know that? Do you know this guy?
Yes, that's our room.
Oh,
Yes.
No!
You two carry on.
Damn it! I'm Caspian now. It's opposite day, my dude.
Oh, I stayed. Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, this probably looks really creepy. Hi, I'm Sapphire, and he holds out his massive, like, hand towards you, like, massive forward hand.
Harry shakes his hand quite sensitively, like, why are you outside our room?
Okay, so, like, it's a really long story, but I basically want to talk to the elf in there. He's clearly from my land, and, like, I may have been keeping an eye on you guys. Just to meet him. I just didn't want to approach at an awkward time. You guys have been busy.
Cass and Zandria, you come round the corner and you see Harry talking to a 19
And I misty step behind him.
So as the misty step happens behind me, like, his reflexes will probably kick in and he'll spin and pull out the Naginata.
It's alright, because I had a dagger out.
My money's on his Naginata.
I'm sorry.
Hi.
And I just, like, lean up, like, because I'm imagining, how tall is he?
6'7".
He's 6'7".
6'7".
Yeah.
Wait, what am I again? Am I 6'10"?
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
6'10". Set yourself down.
Is
it in your head?
No,
Maybe that's how tall she
5'10".
feels she is.
Personality-wise, love, but yeah.
I knew I was something 10 and yeah,
Jesus.
5'10".
Some
Sorry,
retcon
so
just happened
he's 6'7".
Yeah. So
Okay,
he's
so
almost
she's-
a foot taller.
Yeah, so basically, right, when he turns around, he's like, literally, as Andrea's gonna, like, almost lean up and, like, right in his face and go, what do you want?
I just wanted to have a word. Like, I just want to
And you
talk.
have words by standing very creepily outside of someone's bedroom whilst they're asleep. How bizarre.
I was
One
checking that
might
he was definitely the
consider you
right one.
being an assassin.
I mean, like, do I look like an assassin?
I don't know. Are you an assassin?
I mean,
Yes is watching this all from like 6 foot back, just being like, it looks like this is.
Sandria's literally right up in your grill, just like, what up, big man?
Well, Ari's like behind him, and it's just like
He's sandwiched between these two small people, just like.
So,
Andrea,
okay,
stand down.
I mean, I'm not trying to kill anyone. I'm trying to learn things. I don't know who any of you are, but I know that this guy is the guy I've been looking for.
Do we maybe want to not do this in the corridor then?
Yeah, shall we go and
Oh,
get a drink?
Yeah, that sounds.
Staring at Sapphire, just like.
And he's like, because he hasn't actually like fully pulled out the Naginata because it's like fucking huge. He's kind of pulled it over the shoulder and is blocking the dagger. Is essentially what he's tried to do. He just kind of relaxes it and holds his paws up. Okay, like I'm happy to just chat. I only wanted to talk to him, but he doesn't look like he's in the state to talk right now. So.
Move.
Cool.
Yeah, Drea, do you want to get the door and we'll head back into.
Shuts the door.
So you in the bunk room?
Move.
Have you gone into the?
No, going back to the
No, we're
tavern.
going
So
back
you've
down.
closed the door in the room and
Yeah, I
you've gone back to
closed
the tavern.
the door on Dale Finn.
Cool.
And I just move.
He kind of keeps his hands up at kind of neck level and starts taking quite small steps.
You go back
Considering how
round,
big he is.
back round to this tavern area. There's no sign of the dwarven landlady. The two dwarf that were drinking like end of shift. And there doesn't appear to be anyone in the tavern by yourselves. Except one drunken chap with a musical instrument just strumming away.
So he'll like, depending on how close they're still sandwiching him, he'll try and take a seat at the table they were at before.
Zangeria will sit directly opposite you, wait for you to like sit down, and then as soon as you sit down, speak.
Are you always this friendly to new people you meet?
This is the friendliest she's probably been to anyone.
Yeah.
in
Yes,
quite a
you're not
while.
Friendlier to
bleeding.
you than she was to me.
You're not on the floor bleeding. Speak.
He pulls the table back towards him, so instead of tucking his chair in. All right. Hi. I've been traveling for a while to get over here from Vey. I'm seeking specific people to talk to. I've been sent on this like mission by my sensei, and like he's obviously from Vey as well, or he dresses very much like one of us, but he's also giving off like all of the energy that I'm looking for.
Kess just looks at you like, the fuck? The energy you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm not a spell user, but there's like different kinds of energy, and he gives off like echoes. They're like, they're really hard to explain, especially to people that haven't, spent the last 10 years in a monastery. It's hard to just. It's kind of like. It's either based on time or dimension. It's really hard to explain. But I need to follow these because they're going to lead me to help my people. And it's just that they give off a certain energy that I can sense. And pretty much as soon as I arrived here, I could sense it and like followed it and found.
And you're getting it off of our companion.
Oh yeah, like a few people give it off at like on a mild kind of level. He's like bright and shiny. Like he's giving off loads of this energy.
Who's your sensei?
Tabaxi is buffering. Please wait.
Sensei Rin. I'm from the Temple of Heiwa. Does that mean? I don't know why. Is that going to mean anything to you?
So you weren't sent by Lady Akiko?
No.
You know of her. She's one of the clan leaders of the Elven clans, but you're not part of that one.
No, look, I moved to Vey to train and to get control of my senses, and have been just kind of chilling in a monastery. I don't even deal with any of the politics in my own country, let alone Vey, or here for that matter.
Kesfion, Xandria, Ari, all perception checks.
21.
21.
Cool.
Say 21, Cass. Say 21.
7.
No.
Damn it.
No.
19.
That's good enough. The braids and the way Sapphire's got their hair styled, it's not an exact replica, but it's got a very strong similarity to the large Viconian humans that you saw in Ebendorf. Which is not something you've seen on any of Lady Akiko's lot from Vey Dynasty. But it could just be choice of style.
Why would... I mean, this is going to take some... Why would Lady Akiko care about you guys? Or about him? Like...
As you said, we've been quite busy.
That's not really something for us to discuss.
No.
Yeah.
That's not our
Anyway, that was a lovely welcome. I'm really sorry.
I'm not.
I'm gonna go get a drink. There's no one around to really serve me, but I'll leave some.
The two dwarves are sat at the
gold,
bar. The two dwarves are still sat at the bar.
Oh, are they? Okay. I literally thought there was nobody in the bar.
No, you've got a drunken bard and you've got the two dwarves sat at the bar that work there. They're just having an after-hours drink.
He kind of just reaches in another pouch in his pocket.
God.
Pouches upon pouches of gold.
You really think he'd have given all his gold to
No.
Delphin?
Gosh, no.
So you approach the dwarves?
Yeah.
They're pretty young. Just, I suppose, earning a couple of gold coins off the landlady could possibly be a relative or such. They see you approaching and there's a shake of the head and they both like sort of argue with each other in Dwarven. You get the feeling that they're arguing who has to deal with you. And
As many often have.
And there's a big smile on the left hand side one who carries on drinking, and the one on the right turns around and is like, yeah.
Listen, I won't be bothering you for long. Just want a drink for me and my friends.
He looks past you to your friends. How much is he drinking? Nods towards the tabaxi.
I don't know, we'll just get some ales, like...
Okay. And he jumps off the stool, walks round the other side. And round the other side, he seems to go up. So now he's at eye level when he comes round the other side. How many do you want?
4, I guess?
4, yeah. Room 6.
Yeah,
So, there you go.
from your child.
Just goes back round.
That was Mel going on the tab, wasn't it?
It is on top. But you also weren't the person that booked the room. You look very different to last time. So room 6 it is.
Indeed.
Are people in room 6 who are now paying for our drinks?
Apparently so.
Might be time to leave, kids!
So you take your 4 ales. You go sit down, you have 4 ales.
And it pushes one over to Sapphire. Sorry, we'll start again. I'm Ari. What was your name again?
I'm Sapphire.
Nice to meet you, Sapphire. I'm sorry.
Harry. And he looks over at Xandria. You're the scary one, Xandria. that I know your name because they've mentioned it a few times now.
You're not wrong.
And what about you? Looks over at Kess.
Tsunami.
Okay, fine. Zandria is my sister. My name's Caspian.
Caspian. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for the awkward way we just met, but it's good to talk to you all. I'm interested in talking to your companion a lot, obviously, but I mean, I was just told to follow the echoes, so beyond waiting for him to be talking and like...
You could be waiting a while. He's not the chattiest sort.
Okay. Are you guys planning on going somewhere soon? Do you have plans for travel?
Not at this specific moment.
You might have noticed there's quite a little bit going on at the moment.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of like higher ups around and a lot of tense conversations happening in various places. I don't really know what's going on, but I seem to have arrived at an interesting time.
That's putting it rather lightly.
Okay.
We can suggest to Dilthan that he speak to you, but we can't make any promises.
Oh,
It
no.
will be up to him.
Yeah, no, I get that. I just, I mean, I know the people of Ravenholm know stuff. That's kind of all I'm hoping for, is to chat to the right people. He just caught my eye the earliest. And like, so much echo energy. Like, wow. So I don't know what's up with him, but he's very special, clearly.
Clearly. I look to Ari and just kind of lean towards Ari and whisper, I need to have a word with you in private.
You're on. So as the
Yes, we'll kind of pick up that there's something going on over there, so we just kind of like try to awkwardly pull like Sapphire into go. So you've travelled a lot then?
And whilst that is happening, Zandria will get up and start heading to the outside, I guess.
And yet Sapphire will absolutely, without noticing, just turn to Kess and just go, yeah, like, I mean, I've travelled before, but I've usually travelled in like a pack. Like, travelling on my own is really weird, and people want paid for everything.
We will follow Zandria outside.
I have made a grave error in judgment.
So as you two begin your bonding session, Ari and Zandria. Zandria first walks out the... Oh, Cass, I'm going to stab you in the face.
And now I will become Kesfion.
No, it hasn't moved.
Damn it.
No, it hasn't.
Nah, because of the order you've come back in. Just
Yeah.
try.
I don't know what I keep hitting. I've moved everything
Move
away.
your hands
Go
away.
sit at the
My
back
hands
of
are
the
over
room,
here.
Put your hands on your head.
like this.
I'll stay here apart from dice rolls. I promise.
So, Zandria, you walk out the tavern. It is well after midnight now. You're looking at half midnight, maybe 1:45 in the morning. There is no, as you're getting used to, no stormy skies above the populated areas. So the stars are very bright and shiny. The moon is full, like proper full. The market area not far from the tavern is all locked up. All the stalls are covered up with canvas and such. Some of them wooden shutter doors. And then you've got the empty market square with the large statue in it, and then a few of the flower gardens that you talked at before. There's a few people about, but not many.
Is like the little stage area kind of still there?
The stage area has been removed whilst you've been out and about doing stuff.
Okay, I'm just going to perch on the edge of it. That's all. A little
I'm
seat.
I'm basically gonna walk to an area that looks reasonably more quiet than outside of the front of the tavern.
Okay.
So maybe towards the garden, because I'm hoping that's quiet.
Yep, you do indeed. Find nearby one of the gardens. There's several gardens, and this one in particular, there's no one for a couple 100 feet. They're all pottering around doing stuff. You see a lot of them just lighting torches, just lighting the street lamps, going through, just in and around the place. And obviously the other two districts of the town, you know, God knows how far from yourselves right now. You are pretty isolated.
Harry will follow across. You wanted to have a word?
Yes, I spoke with Elva before she left, and she asked me to pass this on to you, and I pull out the scroll case and hand it to Ari.
The scroll case Andrea hands you, Ari, is incredibly official. It is super ornate. It is covered in eagle feathers. It's got the gold filigree going round. You can see the symbol of the House of Eagles, which is an eagle, upon it. It is something you've seen before in passing, just during growing up and such, in your elevated status. It is a very, very official scroll case. Whatever's in there is important.
As I hand it over, I just say, the information inside is not good news, Ari.
It's just like, I've seen this before. Okay. And he opens it.
And you read it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Give me a sec. Scroll, scroll, scroll.
Scroll.
Or the scroll.
It's gravy time.
Thank you for the follow, Kaitian. So, as the parchment is so well made, very expensive as you'd expect. It rolls out beautifully. The scripture on it is recognisable to you, but you can't quite. Give me a perception check.
Why do I roll terribly when it's important? Why do I roll a 6 when it's important?
Oof.
So there's something off about the scripture. It tweaks a memory, but you can't think why. I mean, bearing in mind you as a young'un would also scribe for some of the higher nobles and such. So you can only put it together that maybe you've seen this writing before, but you can't pin it out. It could be just a scribe that was doing it when you were doing it and now a bit older. But you start reading, and it says, "Dear Elva, I write this to you on my deathbed. The attack on the wall has increased. The fiends from the east have burst forth. The rift they attack us from is wider. We stood there, we faced them as we do every day, and yet a fatal blow has landed upon me. I'm writing this now, I didn't want it to be official, and I'm kind of lost for words. You've been a great squire and an apprentice, and I know you'll do well in my absence. Put away those feelings, hide down those tears, only do them in the spaces where nobody can see, for now you are the first eagle. You will hold second place to... You are second only to the true eagle. Follow her lead, she will hold that wall. If she falls, you hold that wall, and if you fall, the rest will hold the wall. It has been an honour to have you under my wing, and I hope that you aspire to be what we always knew you would be. It pains me so that my grandson could not see this, and that I could not have seen you both together arm in arm, despite knowing your... what's the word? Ah, fuck it, I forgot the word. Your concerns, there you go. Literally written in ink. It is time to come home. Whatever beholds Ravenholm internally is not for you to decide or to be part of. Those are the House of the Red Lady, those are the House of Tor, and the House of the Lilies. They've already made their decision, this we know. Your job is to hold that wall. Both the forest and Ravenholm itself depends on that wall standing. This letter will also go in different format. I'll get one of the squires to write to the city of Azerite and inform the dwarves that I have fallen and that you will be taking my place. If Harry ever does return, tell him he always had my heart, and I loved him as a son, not just a grandson. It is a shame that he didn't stick around, but I know everyone has to chase their own adventures from time to time. There is a lawfulness about the wall that cannot be shifted, it cannot be broken, it cannot be bent to one's advantage. Return strong. Mourn, as I know you will, because you are soft of heart, but in a good way, Elva. Mourn for me on your way back, for when you return to the wall you will be the first eagle, and all that will have to be set aside, as I said earlier, for those quiet moments in the dark. I would find a hobby if I was you. It's going to be a hard road. I've had the cleric's check. The poison that is used cannot be cured from this realm. I have mere hours, and I hope this letter finds you well. Yours, First Eagle, Rycroft. And then at the bottom it says, P.S. Well done.
Harry looks up and he's just got tears streaming down his face. Why did she give this to me?
Because she wanted you to know. And she's right, and you should know. Losing a family member, it's hard. But you do deserve to know.
Rolls the scroll up again, and puts it away, and like keeps it close to him. Just give me a moment.
Of course. And Zandria just kind of steps back a little bit, and just watches, just waits for Ari to signal that he's ready to go back. But she won't say anything, she won't advance towards him or anything like that. She's literally just giving them space to work out. Did you know I have ghosts in my house that can turn armor stands?
As long as it's your house.
You made me cry, damn it!
You made yourself cry.
You made yourself cry, yeah.
I knew it was coming, but
so just standing, watching, waiting, commiserating.
So Ari stands in the garden, having a moment with himself. Zandria gives him the space he needs. Sapphire and Kess. Turns out, Sapphire's done a fair amount of travelling. Kess realised the error of his ways by engaging someone in conversation.
There's a reason he doesn't do this. But I feel like Sapphire would kind of almost fill in the blanks. He's just like...
It is 1 o'clock in the morning. The day is done. You lot are feeling the tiredness. That where you'd normally meditate, etc. Sapphire, you have rooms. Kess, you already have your rooms and such. Ari and Zandria, what do you do after said moment is had?
Harry kind of composes himself so he doesn't look quite as... because he's kind of aware there's still a stranger back that was talking with them. And he kind of composed himself. He's like, okay, I'll discuss with you guys in the morning. I need sleep.
When I see that Ari is slightly more composed, I just go up to him and put a hand on his shoulder and just sort of a light shake.
Just
Hands to the bone from the other end.
punches his shoulder like a beer eat sport.
Yeah, be right. You don't punch him. I just like grab his shoulder and just like, just squeeze his shoulder. Like that's about as much as affection as you
Cool.
get.
Zandri
from-
and Ari, can you give me perception checks, please?
I can indeed.
boy.
The cat is not next to me.
Then the
18.
real assassin descends.
15.
15 and
18.
18. So, knowing that Malran's on that estuary, you can see the port area, and there are ships in there. But you notice the 2 ships that you've seen before. One of them is the Orcan Whale, a ship that you travelled up the coast on with Captain Boulderback. The other one is the Wandering Leaf, which is Lady Akiku's ship. Yep, the last time you saw it, over a month ago, in Material Realm Town, it was on lockdown in Ebendorf, but it is in port. There are a few lights on both ships, but they are quite a distance down into the port. But you do notice them on your way back to the tavern. You get back to the... Go on, Zandria. See it in your eyes.
As I see the Orcan Leaf, I just kind of stop, stare at it for a moment, and then just go, I'll catch up with you. I need to go and check something very quickly.
Keeps walking then.
Ari returns to the tavern. What are you doing, Zandria?
I'm going to the Leaf, my dude.
So you approach the Wandering Leaf.
I'm going to find out how they got out of their lockdown.
Cool. You go down to the dock. There's a few night shift, pumping and dumping stuff around the place. Like I said, several ships out there. The 3 that are very obvious to you is the Orcan Whale, the druid one you came up on, the Wandering Leaf, Lady Akiku's, and a very, very extravagant, this is a very important vessel, 3 masts, huge, sails all wrapped up, must be 3 floors of, it's an immense ship called the Black Wing, and there is a pair of feathered wings on the flag, and green decoration. Could quite possibly belong to Lord Romerick. But they're the 3 obvious ones to you. And there's some other ships. So,
Yeah.
you approach the Wandering Leaf.
Mhm.
You see people out and about. Yeah, and you see on the deck First Mate Eto, the lady that you talked to before. And she is just casually walking on the deck, talking to a couple of others that seem to be more deckhands than anything of import. There is no plank to the ship. It is just anchored in port, or docked.
I get relatively close enough to shout up, and I just shout up, well, this was not a sight I was expecting to see. First mate Eto.
Easy for
Eto.
you to say.
I know, right? First mate Eto.
You sort of see them like looking around to see where the voice came from. Eto comes to the rail, looks over, and there's a brief moment where they're trying to, do I know you? And then it clicks, and they're like, Zandria?
It's good to see you out of Eppendorf.
I would have to agree. How are you? Shouting down from the rail.
Doing relatively well. Just spotted your ship, thought I'd come by and say hello. Also inquire, how did you get out of Eppendorf?
We were given permission once it had been discovered Lady Kiku had left.
Oh, that's rather lucky. I'm glad that you have all been released from your captivity, shall we say.
It is definitely better to be out on the seas.
And how fares Captain Sataru?
He is flustered most of the time. We're still waiting on Lady Akiku, so if you see her, let her know.
I have heard that she is about. My brother ran into her while she was bathing in our inn.
There is a moment. Okay, Cass. Oh dear.
Kess is just sitting in the bar waiting for them to come back, and for some reason feels like something terrible is happening.
Cass has just felt 1,000 souls die in the Force, mate. That's what's just So, she has a bit of a confused moment. She looks straight at the deckhands as if to say, "Sail, I'll take your throats," and they go a little bit upright. Noted. So she is here. That's good.
Yes, let me turn my book. Samo apparently ran into one of my comrades as well, so he is also here.
Give me an insight
Didn't
check.
actually find out what they were here for.
Give me
Give
2
me
insight
insight.
checks, actually.
2 insight checks.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the first one?
The first one is what do I get for insight? A +2, 17.
She does incredibly well at hiding her smile that Samo's alive. So she did not know that piece of information.
And the second one is a 19.
All previous words are a lie.
All previous words are a lie. Fantastic. Let me just write that down. I should be used to her lying to me now. She lied to me the first fucking time.
Just doing my job,
when you say all previous things were a lie, you mean the whole we were waiting on her. We didn't know she was here, and
she didn't know she was here. The only thing that you've pulled that surprised her that she isn't trying to spin is Samo being alive. But it appears that she knew Lady Akiku was here. She's lying how they got out of Ebendorf. However they got out, it wasn't you were given permission because Lady Akiku left.
yeah. So with that information, I just smirk and go, I thought you would have learned the first time not to lie to me.
You'd have thought.
Nice that you're still trying, but I won't push you for the truth.
She nods.
Well, I bid you a good evening.
And to you.
And safe travels.
Thank you.
And, shuffle off
Cool.
and head back to the tavern. Not gonna bother with the open will, because
Dwarven druids. So you head back, and are you all going to sleep? Is essentially what I need to know. Yes.
Once everyone gets back, yes.
Cool. Xandria.
I imagine once Sandra gets back, Kess is just like, where were you? Why did you come back?
What time do you call this?
What time do you call it?
So Ari,
Ari would
Xandria,
actually just
meditate. God damn it. Yeah.
I think Ari would just head straight into the room. I
cool.
don't think he'd actually stop in the tavern at all.
Cool. So
Yeah, I think just having Ari just go straight past is like.
about half an hour later, Xandria returns. So you're now all in the tavern. Ari is killed up in bunk. Dalefin's killed up in bunk. Sapphire, you've got your own.
Yeah, Sapphire would probably go back to his room and do some meditating. Probably double check. Probably use the Iron Rebuke's skill to check that there were no fiends in the nearby area, just in case.
Yeah, well.
Just Andrea.
How far is it?
60 feet, so it's not huge. It's
Just Andrea.
I think he'd do that before bed, if he hadn't done it that day already. And then after that, he'll
all the
probably
way down.
Scroll.
Oh, we've got a raid.
Raid!
Yay, raid! Kimmy Comics, thank you for the raid, Kimmy Comics. Ready, raid. Thank you. Right, so you pop off your Iron Rebuke, detect fiend,
Mm-hmm.
and it does ping. about 40 feet from you, in a northerly direction that goes outside the tavern to a bunch of buildings behind the tavern.
I
So
think
it's-
since it's
Yeah, go on.
yeah, I think since he's just arrived, he'll probably take note of the rough direction and the rough buildings it might be in, looking out the window.
Yep. It's very faint, but so the buildings you're looking at, there seem to be an alchemist shop.
Okie dokie. He'll kind of essentially take note of it and then go and rest. Like, he'll write it down in his notebook even, because he has a little sketchbook that he keeps information in.
Cool. So,
And he'll draw a quick image of Dalen and his echoes as best he can,
cool.
just to kind of remember the day.
So, Sapphire does his thing before sleep. Harry's already a little bit emotionally exhausted, comes on fast, sugar levels drop, and out he goes. Kess and Zandria.
Time.
Cool.
Before going to bed, when Sandra comes in, she will tell Kess everything. So the whole thing with Harry's grandfather, and Elva being First Eagle, and the stuff with the Wandering Leaf, and how, funnily enough, they're still lying about stuff, but not our place to deal with it until it becomes something we actually need to deal with.
Oh shit, that'll explain why you just kind of booked it back to the room.
They found it rather amusing when I said that you had a run-in with their lady in the bath.
You said, why would you say that?
So throw Mike.
Oh, because it's funny to watch your face go bright red, dear brother. And I just pat him on the back and go, shall we go to bed then? And get up and start.
You're gonna be the death of me. You will.
That is very accurate. So you all go to bed and do your meditative, full sleeps, etc. You will all awake in the morning with a full, long rest happened. I won't tell you what's happened because we're going on a break. So, you are all woken though by bells being rung in alarm. Yep. The town is erupted into bells ringing. Now, break time. So,
Break time.
we're gonna have about a 10-15 minute break to go for the little D&D room and probably grab a brew, and then we shall return. During the 10-15 minutes, you'll see a picture that says 48-hour gaming challenge, lots of gaming for charity. We're doing it for 3 charities: Mind, which is a mental health charity; Rainbow Trust, which is for poorly kids; and Mermaids, which is for Pride. There is, again, it's very vague, I do apologise, but if you go Google them, you'll get an absolute ton of information on all 3 of those charities, and they're really great. They do lots of great things in their respective field of charitiness. That's why I don't do that bit. So have a look. If you can donate, it'd be amazing. If you can't, don't worry about it, but please shout about it and share. Thank you very much to the raid just before the break. Please stick around if you're enjoying it. We've got part 2 coming up, and we'll see you in about 10-15 minutes, kids. Alright, let me... Boom. Bam, bam. Bam. Hello, people. We should be back.
So Sandra takes out all of her piercings.
Sandria's just, sorting herself out on the morning. Unfortunately, Dale Finn won't be with us. We were hoping he might have jumped on when he was feeling a bit better, but
He is dead to the world.
He's elf down, so we're going to let him sleep it off. Thank you very much for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the break. It was very exciting. Just before the break, this lot had a bit of an emotional moment. Ari had found out some news. Oh, bits! I forgot about the bits. That was 3 hours ago. So Dwarf Warrior donated 200 bits at the beginning of the thingy. Every 200 bits, the party gets a team reroll that they have to use this session. They can only hold 5 of them, and they can't use them on the DM's rolls. Thank you very much, Dwarf Warrior, at the beginning, and thank you very much, Katian, sorry if I got that wrong, for the 100 bits there. So yes. Whew. I always forget about the bits. Right.
I'm forgetting there's bits flying at you.
Bits. Just before the break, you lot, bits to the face. We'll leave that. So just before the break, you lot had a moment where Ari discovered that the first eagle has either passed since the letter was wrote or about to be.
Popped his clogs.
The grandfather of Ari and the first eagle. Now it is Elva. They also had a lovely conversation, or I managed to massacre 4 NPCs as they had a conversation with each other. And it turned out that Old Oak probably wasn't the most efficient person to have, depending on how you look at it. But
he got out what he needed to.
Yeah, essentially it was, look, you need to speak to the Jesuit, the leader or owner or power to be within the Copper Forest. Get them on side, otherwise it's a no-go, and watch your back because your own people are about to stab you. Sort of conversation happened. It then got to the evening. Zandria went and knocked on the door of the Wandering Leaf, the personal ship of Lady Akiku that had somehow got out of Ebendorf and was now here. Yeah, and they all got their little chill out. So, and they met the wonderful Sapphire, who is not an assassin and is definitely not 6'10", is 6'7", and Zandria is wanting to be 6'10". So,
One day.
you've had a little bit of a moment. Sapphire has made out that he's interested in speaking with Dalefin due to something called Echoes, and you all went to bed that evening. Ari's a little bit upset. Dalefin's having a bit of a shiver. Kesvion and Xander in full elven meditation. Sapphire also discovered there is a fiendish aura not far from where he's sleeping in an alchemist shop. The morning comes. Bells start ringing. You can hear cries out in the street. The cries you hear in the street are "Dragon! Dragon!"
Oh God,
Yep.
there's no dragon. There are no dragons in Colossus.
And you can hear that, and you hear the roaring of fire and such, or something incredibly warm burning the air all around. You take a quick glance out of the window.
Realise Andrea is not in the room and actually outside just casting hellish rebuke.
Yeah. Someone said, "No, someone stop the dragon!" Someone lands a blow on it.
That's it.
That's a bit loud for the people. You look out of the window and up in the sky there is a gargantuan-sized sapphire dragon. All its scales, oh yeah. I was like, when you named yourself, I was like, well, fuck.
Don't mind me.
To the first one.
I show up from they and Lady Akiko ship arrives.
The minute that Zandria sees a sapphire fucking dragon, she's gonna book it to try and find where this goddamn tabaxi is, just to make sure that the tabaxi's not the dragon.
You look out the window, you see a gargantuan creature, very akin to what you've seen pictures of, heard stories of. Dragon in look. Its scales are of a sapphire gemstone crusting across them with slight shadings of light blue on the underbelly. The horns are solid pieces of sapphire that stretch back behind the head. The wings are enormous. None of you have ever seen a creature this big. Never mind it being a dragon, just the size of it. As it is flying overhead and hitting the town, it is breathing out a blue glittery gas that is hitting certain areas of the town, and as it does, there is like when ice erupts, when you get that special effect of ice erupting, you get like shards of sapphire across some of the buildings. The people it hits, it's almost spiking through them, like they can't get out of the way, and people are getting obliterated by this gargantuan sapphire dragon in the sky. It's swooping around, it is pissed off at the seams. Sapphire leaves the room into the corridor as you lot leave the room into the corridor and see each other.
Look, I know how it seems.
There's a dragon outside. There's an actual dragon.
Yeah, I didn't think you guys had them.
There are
I
no
didn't
such
either.
things as dragons in Colossus.
Sapphire, there's no such
Nobody
thing as
told the
dragons.
dragon.
All common knowledge, Sapphire, is dragons died out years ago, so it's confirmed that they exist, but no one's ever seen them.
Well,
Or existed.
takes the Naginata off his back.
Whilst this is happening, Xandria was putting her hands out in front of her and it materializes as her wonderful
All
spear.
her 7-foot spear.
7-foot flamey spear.
So you pull out the Naginata, Xandria goes. Some of her 7 foot, some are in englyphed spear. Delphin is still in some. You look back and you see Delphin on the bed. Sapphire, not for you because you're out in the corridor, but you three notice that you can now physically see multiple Delphins shaking on the bed like he's blurring in and out of reality, sweating.
I just shut the door and say, we'll have to leave him. And then just, I go out the door. I'm like booking it to the door.
Yeah, same.
Did we? Okay.
Like I'll follow, and as I see him, I was like, see, he's doing it again. I'm not crazy.
Now's not the time.
Too much stuff to deal with right now.
Okay. Yeah, run off after you. Well, I say after you, I'll probably take over you pretty quickly because
Yeah.
As you as you all go antabaxi, so that's going to be some fun round the bottom. As you go flying out of the tavern, you can see that, like already out as you burst out of the doors, the market area is covered in this jagged shards of sapphire and broken bits of the stalls. Some of the buildings have got shards of sapphire gem coming through them. There are people just on the floor with bits of sapphires like spiked through them, and there are people running around. You notice there is quite a lot now, and you can see the dragon is flying over the district of the lamp, the village of the dragon, away from the market area, and it's just breathing that glittery blue dust sort of breath into those areas. You can see running now just through the streets and out loads of civilians running backwards and forwards. All of you give me perception checks while I carry on the monologue, and I'll ask you for them in a sec. You see the Knights of the Hooded Wolf, which for Sapphire are the white-robed knights who cast mage armour on themselves and summon their weapons. You've seen this multiple times throughout your time in Balran at the minute. They are running around and they are eldritch blasting up at the dragon. As ballsy as like, no one cares, there's eldritch blast going up into the sky, and you can see eldritch blast flying up from the further on in that streak of green arcane energy from further on in the town somewhere. You see other magics go up, missiles of a very pale blue. You've got greens, reds, like firebolts going off, eldritch blasts, magic missiles. Delphin would tell you all of this if he was here. And there is just stuff going off whilst this dragon is singing around. Right, so perception checks, what did you get?
23.
Right, so you all
I got
said
a
at the
nat
same
20.
time. So boom, Sapphire, what's your total score?
24.
Boom, Kesfion,
13.
13.
There's a dragon.
Harry.
14 as a dragon.
Wow, Xandria.
23.
Whee.
Oh.
So, Kesfion and Harry, other than the fact that you see a massive dragon, you notice off towards the port area, you see, where is it? Come here, master. You can see that the ships, of the 3 ships that are there are smaller, they look like smaller dragons. They have that blue colouring to them, but from this distance you can't see whether they're scaled or gem scaled. But there are about 8 of them flying above the ships in the dock, and they are not breathing anything, but they're darting down, and you can see whatever's going on down there. There's a skirmish going on in the port area. Yep. Ari and Zandria, you see this as well. Zandria and Sapphire, you see it as well, but on top of, you will also see that the massive blue dragon, the gargantuan creature in the sky that's annihilating the further on in the town, there's a humanoid sat on it. Not in a saddle or anything, they're just sat on it. Yep. You also see, down by the dock area, while Kesvion and Ari are like eyeballing that skirmish fight that's going on, you can see over by the Wandering Leaf, so the very vague triangular-esque mast ship that is Lady Akiku's personal ship, the one you came in on, I believe, Sapphire, is, you can see they have a, you recognise this more than Zandria, Sapphire, they have a coffin with them, which is not made of wood or anything. It's a very nice silken wrap, and then it's given like a it's kind of weird, but it's made from nature, like someone's druid crafted the box that they're in, and there's the coffin, and the coffin is being completely surrounded like it is the most important thing in the world right now, with the guards and warriors from the Wandering Leaf trying to protect this coffin. Next to them is a dark elf, nightshade skin, white hair down, long red, double-breasted, is it, Kes? Double-breasted, long jacket on, bright red, seems to be chained next to the coffin area, and there is just a massive skirmish going on trying to protect that. So Ari and Kes, you see the other skirmish on going by the ships. Sapphire and Zandria, you see the coffin, you see a dark elf, which Zandria will know but Sapphire won't, and yeah, it's all kicking off, kids. What do you do? You're out on the streets.
I'm gonna run towards the dock.
I think I'll be doing the same thing, yeah.
Yep.
Following.
Cool. So you all start pegging it down to the dock. All 3 of you give me reflex saves, dexterity saves. Pathfinder's reflex. Just go.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. I play a lot of tabletop, alright? I'm just. You're gonna have a robot turn up in a minute.
A bit better.
So dexterity saves, please.
Dex save is that's a 21.
Ooh, nice,
That's
Kes.
a 23. I forgot how good it is playing
Zandria.
around.
18.
Sapphire.
21.
Boom. So all 4 of you, as you are running,
Flip wizards activate.
one of these smaller creatures, which they're about the size of, say, 2 horses, 2 very large horses put together, with wings, and as they come and they dive bomb you, you hear that screech as they try and bite, claw. They've got huge talons as they come swooping down. The 4 of you, just in any direction, just sort of hit a shoulder and roll.
Yep.
And you notice now as they're that close that their scales are of a bluish colour, and could be akin to sapphire, but there isn't that gem description that would fit these things. Give me a... Yeah, they just look like mini drakes, as far as you know. And they come dive bombing in, and you manage to roll out the way and keep running. You bomb it down the little walkways onto the docks now, and you can see that the 8 that you saw earlier, there's a few more on the far side, and they're dive bombing the Orcan Whale. And you can see the dwarven druids on there seem to have a fair amount of humans on there now. That are throwing spells, they are throwing bows and arrows. Let's say that's why they're not hitting them, throwing a bow and arrow. They're firing bow and arrows, they're just trying to defend. You can see that these drakes are just dive bombing the ships, and they've now clicked on and they're now ripping at the sails, and there's obviously a big defence for that. Are you running towards Wandering Leaf?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So you go running along there. As you get there, you notice Samo immediately. But what you notice is he's not in his ivy green armour. He looks like he's got the earth itself has moulded itself around him, and he's now wearing some sort of stone-looking plate armour. You only know it's him because it's got the same gleam. It's got the same falcon shape in the stone helm, and it's got his katana. I can't remember if Delphin told you about the Sword's powers. But,
Nope.
cool.
I don't think we did.
But either way, he's in this sort of stone plate armour. And these smaller drakes, every time they come near, he's trying to engage them, but he's more of a melee, not diving out. But he's doing his best. He stood by. There's about 15 warriors stood around this coffin. As you get closer, you can see the coffin is in pinks and reds, lots and lots of colours of summer, the pale greens, bright oranges, reds, yellows, all the in-between shades, and all the flowering around this natural-made coffin, like level 9 druid craft. They've placed it on the floor and they're kind of making a semicircle around it. You can see Gabriel in chains next to it. Give me an insight check, all 4 of you.
Harry
That's
don't say
intelligence.
nothing.
Oh, actually, but it might be okay.
wisdom.
Righty
That's
ho.
cool.
That is an 18.
18 cast Sapphire,
12.
12 Harry,
7.
7 Zandria.
Nat 20s, 22.
Cool.
Jesus Christ.
Gabriel's distraught. The feeling from the people on guard is super, like their time has come, this is what they live for. Like there's a very strong, it's gone past discipline and military as they now all, you can see in their faces, this is their time, what they've been building up all their lives. There's that element of, they've watched a lot of 300, you know what I mean?
Fight in the shade.
There's one guy at the bottom with the Leonidas tattoo on his arm. But yeah, so you go rushing over, Samo sees you and he just... What? Help! You need to help!
That's why we're here.
I like that idea, Captain. You're being like, duh.
He looks at you all wielding melee weapons and goes, okay.
And I just slowly start grabbing the bow off my back, like.
Go.
And
He runs up
yeah.
onto the ship, and one of these creatures slams into the dock next to you guys, while 2 of them land on the deck of the ship, and the third one next to where the coffin is. Samo engages the 2 on the dock, and this one engages those protecting the coffin, and one engages you 4. Can you all give me initiative rolls, please?
You've done this a while.
Holy shit!
Yeah, you're a monk. You should have like initiative up the wazoo.
Yeah. I was
Yeah, I
say-
do. This is the first time I've played a monk. Like, I've DM'd enough of them, but I've never actually gotten to play one before. Yeah, mine was a 24 initiative.
What?
Cool.
I mean, I thought mine was good at a 21, but you know.
Oh no, I'm wrong.
Nope.
22, not 24. I can't math.
Right, so 24 on Sapphire.
22.
22.
22, sorry.
He math wrong. He math
I'm
wrong.
math wrong. I looked at the wrong thing.
Right, 22. Who got next? Harry, what
I
did you
Harry.
got 21.
get? 21. Kess, what did you get?
Dirty 20.
20. Sandria?
22.
2.
You got 22! I got a nat 20.
Okay.
Let's take a nat 20 and that's it. That's all my nat 20s out of the window. They have been squad.
Oh my God.
I am never giving up this
High points.
Hornless Rose dice. It is the best dice in the world.
That's what
Oh,
I
I
said
love
about my
those
Bardic
ones.
Inspiration dice, to be fair. So,
Nice plugs all round. Well
So
done,
as
children.
this-
You will
as this
receive your
one-
money later.
as this wyvern lands, there's a crunching on the wood. It just turns towards you, screeches out, and let's get it on. Sapphire. This thing
Okay,
is
so
large.
the first thing that happens is, for everyone else watching, Sapphire's looking like a little bit on edge at first, and then hit like just all of the emotion drains out. Plain about his hands as he enters his first version of refuge, which is the calm, simmering anger. And he will strike out at the Drake with his Naginata.
Cool. Sean, your volume's changed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry. Is that better? Is that good?
Nope.
That's still crap.
You've gone from loud to really quiet.
Yep.
That is really weird. I
There you
don't know. I've not
There
changed.
you
There you go.
That's really weird. I literally didn't do anything. Okay. But yeah. I'll swing the hit with my Naginata. 16.
So you go flying in with your Naginata and you land that blow. Roll damage.
Okie dokie. +3. 7.
7 points
And-
of slashing damage. Is it
Yep,
slashing
and
or
then-
piercing?
It's slashing with the Naginata. And then I will do my flurry of blows for a key point.
Boom! So you see Sapphire spin the Naginata, slash the wyvern, and then in a single spin puts it behind him and then starts laying into it with his paws.
Fine. The first one was only a 9, and then the second one was a 16.
So the first one you hit the scales and it's hard, but the second one you slash with your your mighty talons of tigerness, of lioness, of just hit it.
And that does 8 points of damage.
Bam!
Yeah, and that's piercing. So yeah.
Cool. So you just fly in, ba 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 ba. Zandria.
Smash.
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 You hit him with your spear.
I'm hitting him with my spear. That would be a 18 to hit. Oh god, hold on. I lost my dice.
Jesus.
18 to hit.
18 just hits. No, 18 hits.
Just hit? Hang on a
All
minute.
the players are just like, oh.
What am I looking for? D10. Jesus wept. Jesus wept. Jesus wept. 9 plus 1 is 10 points of slashing magical damage.
Boom. You see the Spear of Summer slash through the scales of the blue-coloured draconic creature in front of you. You doing anything else?
Not a minute. No, never mind. That is a bonus action to make a thing and then use it as an attack, so never mind. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Alright. But it's not on its own.
No, it's not on its own. It's just rude, is what it is. Ari is going to hit it with his rapier, but not with sneak attack. I don't know why I'm rolling that, because I need to roll to hit first, idiot. 21 to hit.
That hits.
And it is God, it's been a while. 9 points of damage.
9 points. You do get sneak attack because your pals are next to it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Your buddies are here to support and love you.
Yeah, add an extra 6 points of damage then.
I say support and love.
Boom. Ari comes in with rapier straight through the scales. Are you bonus action dagger?
Bonus action dagger. Yep, you knew what I was going for. That is a 19 plus true, so yes, that's just a 21.
That does indeed hit.
And then we have a... we have a little 4 points of damage.
Cool. Bam bam. You go in stabby with the rapier and dagger. It's now its turn. Sorry, Kess.
Oh, hang on. He moves back.
It does not attack you because you are a swashbuckler. But it does notice
It's
you.
gravy
move
time.
Ah, thank you for the follow, Trent. 1-2-1-2. So, the draconic creature will turn. It will try to bite Sapphire with a 20. Just normal.
Yeah, no, that'll hit.
Cool.
Just a bit.
Ba-bam, ba-bam. That is 10 points of piercing damage. As it snaps onto you, you feel its teeth pierce your fur and muscle. its stinger will then whip round and attack Xandria. That will be a natural 20. So,
There goes Andrea.
2 seconds. Its stinger, can you make me a constitution saving throw, please?
Fuck my life.
Pay for it.
18.
So, 18, you're fine. So take 11 points of piercing damage.
Why did I not use Blade Ward?
And as the stinger hits you, and you feel the poison run through your veins, you resist it. So only take half as much damage.
So half of 11.
No, half of this damage I'm about to roll.
Fuck my life.
Half of
You're
11.
lucky I
Oh,
rolled a
no.
couple of ones. Jesus Christ. You take another 7.
Cool. Hellish
So-
Rebuke.
On 7d6, I rolled 14.
Good. Hellish Rebuke.
Go dexterity save.
Yes, it is.
19.
Why does it not tell me where the dex save is?
I
Oh,
think
it does. Yeah, it's you're well over, so you're only taking half the damage.
Cool.
But it's still
It's
gonna
fire,
be some
yeah?
damage. Yeah, it's gonna be fire damage. I'm actually short a dice, bear with. Just wants to go to the shop and get another one.
I was gonna say you don't have enough dice. What?
Didn't have enough dice out. I have enough dice. I just didn't have them all out.
No such thing as enough dice.
Well, no, you're correct. But I don't have any more jars for the dice that I have. That is a 9, an 8, and a 6, so whatever that is, half.
17,
9, 8, 6.
23, 11.
There we go then.
As you see, Sapphire, your fur feels the heat of this. As the thing lays, the stinger pierces through Xandria, but then Xandria just screeches at it, and fire erupts from her and just engulfs the entire thing. And as it burns away, some of its scales are scorchior. Caspian.
I'm a do a smash. So that is it's 23.
Shit.
Let's roll that and not eat it out of the bowl. Right, so that is 6 to start off with. I'm going to use one of my superiority dice, so does it matter which order I do things in? Because
No,
basically
mate,
the 3 rolls are going to be the exact same anyway.
Yeah.
That is 18.
18 hits.
So that is... Oh my god, roll it in the dice tray, boy. So that is 5.
5 points of damage.
That is... Math, that's 23
That hits.
plus 5, which is... 8.
Boom! And you just go flying into it with your twin scimitars. Sapphire comes back round to you, but before you do, can all 4 of you give me a dexterity save as another one of these draconic creatures flies down at you from above. Sapphire, Xandria, and Kestrion do it with advantage because you are tucked in with this.
That's nice!
Ari, you're
Because
doing it.
that went very badly!
So Sapphire, what do you get?
17. Thank you for the
That's
advantage. Thank God.
Guess you. What did you get?
Also 17, because that was otherwise a 1.
Oh, Xandria.
21.
Cool. Ari, no
13.
advantage. 13. So as this thing dive bombs you, you feel claws come into your back and you take 5 points of piercing damage. And can you give me an athletics check, please?
Athletics.
Yeah. Or acrobatics, you're defending, so you get to choose.
Acrobatics,
DC
because
of 15.
I think I get advantage on acrobatics. I'm pretty sure if I can do... When you make an acrobatics check... Oh no, when I make an acrobatics check, can I roll a d4 and add it? Aha!
Your DC's 15.
That is... 13 plus 5 is 18.
So you succeed, and as it rips into your back, you spin away and roll, and then stand as it bombs off again into the sky, not taking you with it.
That's good.
Yep. Now it's Sapphire's go.
Okay. Okay, I'll start off with the Naginata. Oh no. 14.
14 misses.
Okie dokie. Well then, as I miss, I will then pop off my Flurry of Blows for another card. And that is a 21 and a 9, which is obviously good.
Oh, 21 hits, 9 does not.
That is 10 points of damage.
Oh. Naginata spins off it, you just use that spin to let it go back behind you as you pop again. I can't say pop, she'll see me. Is that your go, Sapphire? Is that you done?
Yeah, that's me, thank you.
So, Zandria, as you're watching Sapphire do some excellent combat maneuvers, you notice across from you that the Wyvern Drake draconic creature that attacked the coffin area is just sort of bulldozing through, and they're hitting it, and there's curved longswords flying out, there's some magics happening. The draconic creature itself has lost a wing, but it's still battering around and going everywhere. Gabriel can't seem to go very far. It seems the chains are either holding him near the coffin or he's refusing to move, but he seems to just be moving around that area. You can see the chain goes behind the coffin, but you don't know if it's attached or not. But he is just never taking his eyes off that draconic creature. Give me an insight check.
21.
He's focusing on the wyvern as though he's concentrating. Yep. On deck, you see First Mate Ito join Samo in fighting the two draconic creatures on deck. You watch Samo sort of rush forward, similar to how you've seen Dalefin do when he summons his shadow katana, but obviously Samo's using his own, and he sweeps up, and as he cuts through the wyvern, it explodes into a puff of that glittery blue gas, and just disappears. No body, no nothing, just poof. And then they both turn on the other wyvern, draconic creature, whatever. Back to yourself, Zandria.
Okay, I'm going to Misty Step to get out of range, because I imagine if I attempt to move, it's going to get an attack of opportunity.
It might do.
Yeah, I'm not risking that. So I'm gonna Misty Step away. So that's my Misty Step.
Chug a potion, maybe?
I am indeed gonna chug a potion because I am on 1 HP.
Yep.
So I am indeed chugging one of these. So that is 4d4 plus 4. 1, 2. Bear with.
You're just retrieving more dice from a personal shop.
Not a d4. That's not a d4. That's a d4. Delve into the greens.
You're chugging a potion, yeah?
Yeah, I'm chugging a potion of greater healing. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points back to me.
So yeah, so bonus action for potions, I don't do actually.
I wish... in that case, I can't use my...
You can use one or the other, is what I'm saying. If you need to do it where you use your action to take the potion because you're doing something else with your bonus action, that's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, that's okay. Cool. Because I've misty stepped, and that is a bonus action. So.
Yeah. Cool. So that's you
So
done.
that's me done. I'm
Harry,
back up
you're
to moderate health.
Harry is gonna move in and do a stab.
Cool.
Do a stab. Not with a 10, he's not.
Well, you do stab, but you feel the flex of the rapier as you hit something.
Get in the bloody
bristly
tail,
hard.
you. And then as his bonus action, he's gonna use Healing Word on Sapphire. She says as she tries to find how the heck roll up Healing Word. 1d4. Oh no.
Yeah, it's not a huge amount on
It's a
low
teeny
levels.
amount, but it's okay. 1d4 plus 4. Okay, let's
What are
hope
you
we roll well. Yeah, healing Sapphire for 8 points back.
You're healing Sapphire.
Mhm.
Cool.
Oh, thank you. It's very helpful. Thank you very much.
Harry, are you done?
Yes. Oh, move back.
Well, you're not in combat with anything, so. But you're fine.
He tried to move it and stab it, and then.
Ah, yeah, I see, yeah. That's what I took as not in combat. You were just like, yay! Heal. So the
He
draconic
was
creature.
close. He's moving backwards. He's getting
Now
out of
only has
range.
2 in front of it, so it will attempt to bite Kesvion. 21.
That hits.
That's rubbish. Takes 7 points piercing damage as you feel it crush through some of your arm.
As you get chomped.
And the claws will tear into Sapphire. Oh dear. 25.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, that's horrible. 11. 15 points of slashing damage as it tears across your torso, and you see your upper chest, just a bit of crimson starts seeping into your white fur.
No, but I'm so pretty and white.
Yeah, guess
Not
your
anymore. Gonna try and do a smash again.
Smash mash.
Smash. That is math. I hate it. That is 19 to hit.
What you should do is play a game that relies on you to be able to do math. Hit 19 hits.
Look, some of us are bad. So that is 7 points of damage.
7.
And then on offhand, that is boop. That is 30-20.
That hits.
Which is 7 points again.
You see it staggering around as from the attacks that it's getting off of you lot, and the slashes from your twin blades are just taking chunks out of it, and it's staggering around. Perception checks. All 4 of you, please.
14.
14. Sapphire.
21.
21. Kess. Sandria.
Really big carbon holes in this thing. I'm
Sandria.
Dirty 20.
Cool. So Sapphire and Zandria. The gargantuan dragon, made of pure sapphire, flying over the thing, seems to be circling and concentrating on the district of the lamp, and is just hailing down this gaseous blue glittery cloud that is erupting these shards of sapphire throughout that area. Samo and Ito are dealing with the other one and still haven't finished it yet. The one that is fighting near the coffin area, whoever lands the blow, you're not sure, but you just see it erupt again into that blue gas and just fizzle out and disappear. Sapphire, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna swing with the Naginata again. Oh no, wait, that might be okay. 15.
15 just misses.
Okay. In that case, I'm not going to take the flurry of blows this time, but I am going to make a bonus action on armed strike and just do one. For 18. That's better.
18 does hit.
Excellent.
Throwing a cheeky left up.
And that's 8 points of damage.
8. God damn.
Yeah.
No, I'm straight. Monks.
Taxi and a monk.
Actually, monk.
What did you say then? 8.
Yeah.
Woo! No looking good. Is that you done?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Cool. So you see Naginata spin and slash and then just whack from Sapphire. Sandria?
Is it looking bloodied?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's looking crippled.
It's looking crippled, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. It's well on its way out.
Okay. In that case, I will move forward and hit it with my spear. Is there another Drake close?
How close?
5 feet?
No.
Never mind them. Okay, well I'll still twat it with the good old spear. Good old glaive. 16.
16 just hits.
Oof. Yeah. 10 plus 1, 11 points of slashing magical damage.
It is. You don't know how it's still standing.
This is wet.
Harry? You've just seen.
Like how you just move on and don't ask if I have anything else I want to do.
What else you want to do?
I don't know. I'm reading over
You don't
this.
know?
Sorry, I keep reading over this bonus action spell that I've got, and I'm not sure if it's the bonus action to do the thing
What's
or
the spell?
Shadow Blade.
You summon it and strike with it. It's a bonus action to summon action.
Summon
to
in
strike.
an action
Yeah,
to
yeah.
strike. That's fine. Never mind them. Okay.
It's what Delphin does.
Yeah.
So you're done.
I am done.
Harry, you're up.
Harry will try and strike with his rapier. He will. He's just got a 15, of course he has.
15 just
But
misses.
he's
The staggering of the draconic creature just puts your aim off a little bit.
He will try and stab with his dagger.
Come on, Harry.
It's his bonus
You kill
action.
this wyvern with your
With a
Man.
dagger.
What do you get?
I mean, I just rolled an 18 to hit,
So you have hit. Roll your damage.
so that is
Come on, Harry.
1.
4 points damage.
4.
It's enough. Please say it's enough.
As Harry goes in with rapier and just feels again the flex of that blade, just anger in your swing with your no finesse. You just throw the dagger out in anger, and as you hit it,
It does.
you all 4 of you get covered in this glittery blue gaseous powder. Can all 3 of you give me a Constitution save, please? That's right, Xander.
I hate you. I hate you so
What
much.
else? I love you.
Oh.
Oh God.
30-20.
30-20 for Harry. Sapphire.
11.
Oh, Kess.
Bye.
16.
16. Sandria. That's it.
Adrian!
So,
Well, it was nice knowing you folks. Tune in next week when I'll be playing an artificer.
No, you won't. Settle yourself down.
Do you know what? I've been betrayed.
so Harry and Kespion, as that powder erupts in your face, you feel like when you breathe in, you feel it almost attacking your throat and just trying to breathe, and it's really difficult. What you notice is in that immediate poof of cloud, you just see two shapes hit the deck, Xandria and Sapphire. They are both unconscious.
Oh, the chat is reminding us that we have a reroll.
You do have a reroll.
Drea, do you maybe want to use that because you got a 1?
I mean, I won't say no.
Do the thing, do the thing, do the thing, do the thing.
Doing the thing.
It's good or bad.
What did you get?
What did you get?
It's one or other. Oh,
You're kidding!
Snake Eyes! That's the worst.
Clearly, the universe wants you to go in that direction.
No, you see, it's balancing out because I got 2 nat 20s and now I've got 2 nat 1s, so it's balanced it out.
Cass, you know, Cass and Ari, as your confidence fluttering, you notice Sapphire hit the deck. You see Xandria hit the deck, and then for a moment you see a twitch in one of her ears, and she remains on the floor. And then the gas just dissipates, but none of you take any damage. As you come out of that, you look across and you see the last Drake creature on top of the deck with Samo and Ito, and Samo slices through it, and again it erupts into the gas. Ito hits the deck when that gas hits, so you notice there's a few of the warriors nearby you that were protecting the coffin. They're also on the deck, unconscious. Sapphire, can you give me a death saving throw, please?
Oh my god, yeah. 7.
You don't mess around.
7. That's a fail.
Yep.
Right, Kess, what are you doing?
It's
clear now, it's clear,
over.
there's no gas.
He's over checking on Xandria.
As you run over to Xandria, give me a dexterity save. Do you know, when I play Pathfinder, I say dex save for fuck's sake.
That is a nice little 20.
Boom.
Thank God.
One of the
3.
creatures, one of the draconic creatures above you swoops down. You manage to just duck low enough and keep running over to Xandria. You're at Xandria, give me a medicine check.
Medicine check.
Xandria, give me a death saving throw.
We're not
That's another
using...
nat 20, my dudes.
Cool.
Is that the bloodstone dice for bardic inspiration?
Give me a death saving throw first, Xandria. You can kiss my ass if you roll the number that one. Fuck.
What are you doing?
So you
bardic
fail.
Inspiration.
You
Fuck
fail.
them.
You fail 2 death saving throws with your nat 1. Kess slides over, full on, Halo style, Master Chief in it. Slides in, checks you straight away, puts you in the recovery position. There's a couple of beats of CPR, and you are back conscious with 1 hit point on a nat 20.
And if I've got an action,
That is
I'm getting
your
a health
action.
potion.
Right, good.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But you do have a bonus. So you can
Then
potion.
getting a health potion down her.
Right, you deal with a health potion and let Xandria know what it is.
Then.
Harry, what are you doing?
Harry's going into Sapphire.
Right, you run over to Sapphire.
Xandria.
A little bit of blood just pouring out the kit, the fangs.
And he's gonna bonus action healing word on Sapphire then.
Boom, healing word on Sapphire.
13, Jade.
13 hit
I
points.
don't know why I'm rolling to hit when that it's a...
Wow, you
made
aggressively
me panic now.
I healing word him with my rapier.
With my staff, yeah.
Harry's now is not the time for your healing words, okay? Now is not the time for sexual healing. Put it away, boy.
Jesus.
Oh no, wait, what's the spell thingy? Right, 7 points back.
Thank you.
Sapphire.
As you are all conscious, you see more of these draconic creatures in the sky. The gargantuan one is getting absolutely peppered with mundane weaponry, spears, arrows, crossbow bolts, a crap load of arcane magic, maybe divine is getting flung up there. You look across to you've noticed now in the last 18 seconds, the Orcan whale. You can see them all there, like untying and getting ready to ship out. The ship that is the Black Wing, you can see Romerick on there. You can see the House of the Forged on there. You can't see any of the other representatives on there, and they are doing the same. They are untying and getting ready to sail out. Lady Akiko's lot, they ignore the people on the floor. They grab up the coffin and they start going. No one is giving 3 fucks about Gabriel, but in chains he follows up, and they go up onto the deck where Samo is still in his stone plate armor. Ito is now rushing around as Samo has attended her, and she's now stood. What he did, you don't know. But she's now up, sort of similar to Sapphire and Xandria when they came around, just coughing out the last of the blue gas. And then they go around and they seem to be about to do similar of untying. You notice down the dock that these smaller ships and other nondescript are doing similar. There's just people rushing to them and untying to get away. The Knights of the Hooded Wolf are rocking around, and then you see rise from the districts of the Village of the Dragons on a huge, what's the word? It is a horse that is built. If this horse could be called Schwarzenegger, it would. It is massive, great black wings spread out to either side, and there is golden tips to the feathers of the wings, and sat on top of it in this dark grey stone plate armour, wielding a necromantic warhammer, is Ulrich. And he flies up to face the dragon in the sky.
I hope it kills him.
All of a sudden it's gone like, fuck, get the dragon to, get on the dragon, no! Get with a cheer!
Believe in you, dragon!
As Ulrich,
Dragon!
as Ulrich engages with the dragon faces and unleashes full breath into Ulrich, and Ulrich flies out the other side and hits the dragon with his warhammer, and they are now engaged in an aerial combat as Ulrich is on the back of a
Pegasus?
Yeah, basically. It's just massive.
Pegasus.
The
Do you know
Pegasus
what?
is about the size of the draconic creature you've just fought.
Do you know what? I was about to like get up and rush towards the city and start laying in some eldritch blast. No, fuck it. Fuck it. I hope the dragon wins.
So what you're doing?
Let's just go grab Dalton and just
Leave.
So dexterity saves.
We're not used to you.
I'm not going to roll that one.
I
As
think
two more of these creatures dive bomb you.
That is, what was my dex?
Better.
That is an 18.
So Cass 18, Sapphire
Dirty 20.
20, Harry
9.
9, cool, Xandria. Oh, for fuck off.
Oh no, you didn't.
At least it wasn't a 1 again.
Harry, as the two swoop down, one goes for Harry, one goes for Xandria. Both of you take 6 points of slashing damage as the talons rush against you. Can you both give me either an athletics or acrobatics check?
Just take me.
Acrobatics plus D4.
I'm being handed more dice
Your
because I'm
DC is 15 again. Yeah, rubbish athletics.
Right.
So
I'll try
Harry,
this one.
Harry, your DC is 15. So what did you get?
I'm alright. I got dirty 20.
Cool, Xandria, your DC
Thank you,
is...
D4.
Jesus, if you don't beat this, you deserve to die. 6.
It's fine. I got a 17 plus
Cool.
3, so it's a dirty 20.
Cool. If you'd have lost
At
for
first
6,
I thought you
I'd have
said it's 5.
Yeah, I thought she said 5.
5.
I was like, you've only got to meet a 6, it's 5. Oh!
So, as the talons slash into you, you manage to duck low enough, you feel the slash in the flesh, but then they fly off into the sky.
Ah,
What are you
damn
doing,
it.
folks?
I was gonna hellish rebuke it as it left. Let me hellish rebuke.
Getting close to Xandria, because clearly she can't be trusted to not get aft by a dragon. Keps will like start heading back towards where they left Dalton, because I think it's best just to get the hell out of Dodge
There is
at
a
this point.
shout from Garion, the Soul Forged.
Yeah.
Come to us. She just shouts it. Get on the ship. Come to us. As you lot walk
Is it-
away.
In that case, it'll be closer, so just grab a hold of Drea and drag her off that way. Delphin will catch up, or he won't. Okay.
As
How close is Delphin?
I was gonna say, as
About
Kess is dragging
100 feet up the
Zandria,
way.
About
Yes,
100 feet. That's exciting.
It's more than that.
Message to Delphin.
It's a couple of 100 feet up the way.
Oh.
as Kess is dragging Zandria, Zandria is just like, Delphin.
He's a
Harry-
smart
Harry runs
elf.
back towards
He'll
him.
catch up.
Harry runs back that way.
Kess is getting you on that fucking boat. Don't make me pick you up. I will.
I'll come back to Kess and Xandria in a minute. Harry, you bolt off towards the tavern. Sapphire, what are you doing?
Sapphire's going to do the same. Dale's his kind of mission right now, so he's going to full on like Tabaxi and Monk speed.
You can unleash it all.
Yeah, go for it.
Hang on. Misty Step is what we're gonna do.
Cool, so you
Do that once without spell slot.
You misty step 30 feet.
Yeah,
You
and then just keep running.
You run your, what's your movement? 35?
35.
Cool, so you do your 70, so you do 100 feet. Yep. Sapphire, how far do you run in 6 seconds? Bearing in mind, if you dash and then hit your feline, you actually double.
He go real fast. Gotta go fast.
So what's your Kurosuke?
Sapphire
Current
has zoomies, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sapphire.
Current movement is 40.
So you can dash to double that to 80, and then if you hit your feline grace, I think it is, it doubles
Yep.
that. So you can run 160 feet in 6
To
seconds.
be fair,
Usain Bolt, eat your heart out.
the racial thing that I've got is Expeditious Retreat, but I don't know if I need a spell slot or not for it. So
Is Expeditious Retreat not open
No.
enough terrain?
no, it's a bonus action, and it literally, as a bonus action, each of my turns I can dash. So I can just dash.
Oh, extra.
Yeah, it gives you a
so-
yeah,
but
your
you can
movement
only-
becomes the dash.
Yeah, but you can only dash once. So whether
Yeah,
you use
okay,
your
yeah,
bonus
fair.
action to do it or that.
So yeah, I don't know.
So you're just running double your normal. He's running like.
So it's a free dash, which is really good, to be fair, if you're like doing your
I'm not
stuff.
a rogue.
So you both, so Harry, you're quick, you're used to being quick, and you start bolting, you're nipping
Just
through the
like-
crowds, people are screaming, you run past several of the Knights of the Hooded Wolf, and they are eldritch blasting the draconic creatures in the sky. They've still got their summoned longswords in their hand. You go rushing through. You hear them as you're running past you as well, Sapphire, that they are calling upon the Red Lady as if somebody of a religious outlook in life would do. And then cast an Eldritch Blast. Yep.
Hell is she gonna save them?
You go rocking in, and as you're doing that, Sapphire just goes. So straight up past you. This, road runner against your Wile E. Coyote just goes bolting past 6'7", white lion of just yeah. I'm the juggernaut. So
The juggernaut.
yep, don't play hide and seek with me. So yeah, you two end up smashing up towards the tavern. Xandria, the question I need you to answer is: are you letting Kess drag you on the ship?
I suppose if Zandria sees the other two running towards the tavern, she'll just lay it at them.
Cool. So Kess and Xandria, you get on the ship. Romerick is there. Where is my stuff? God
I
damn.
think you'll find his name is now Roger.
Well, you feel free to call him Roger.
I'm not gonna call him Roger.
gravy
In my
time.
head, I might call him Roger.
Oh, thank you for the subscription, Iron 1098 from Twitch Prime. Thank you very much.
I read that as 1080p for some reason.
Wow.
That's some of the numbers, yes.
Where's the black one? There you go. So you go rocking up onto there. The first thing you notice up on here is the immediate crew in front of you. There's a lot of Goliaths. There's a lot of very large, all shades of grey from really dark to really pale, rocking around and helping a lot of other humans do the ship jobs that need doing in an emergency get out of dodge situation. You can notice that there's actually a dwarf that is stood on the top deck next to what appears to be the captain, a female human that you can't see a lot what's going on, people rushing around next to Romerick, but the dwarf is stood on the rails just bellowing orders at the crew and anyone within the 100-mile vicinity. They you notice that the representatives of the House of the Forge, there's only 2 of them, they're essentially rocking around and doing what they can to help. They aren't doing any of the noble stuff of standing up with Romerick. They are rushing around straight in, hands on with the rest of the crew. And you two go rushing up there. Gurion, she comes up to you, or they come up to you, sorry. They come up to you and they're like, quick, stay on the ship. Where are they going? On about
we need to get our wizard. They need to get wizard. They should be back very quickly. The Tabaxi has some movement on him.
Cool. We can't wait too long, but we'll give you as much time as we can.
Appreciated.
You, Ari and Sapphire, as you're rushing towards you, cut across the market area, and one of the blue-scaled draconic creatures swoops down and hits that statue that you saw before, and just obliterates it as it goes skittering across the floor and it breaks in 2 or 3 pieces. Can you both roll initiative, please?
Oh, piss.
The tavern is not far, it's only about 30-40 feet from you. You're just outside the tavern. So what's your initiative, Sapphire?
6.
6, Jesus. What's yours, Ari?
21.
21. So
You went from like
Ari.
25 initiative to 6.
It's gravy time.
Oh, thank you for the follow. You might as well follow if you're subscribing. Just so lucky for you, the Wyvern got a 5.
Wyvern be dumb, yo.
There we go. Right, so Ari, you're 40 feet from the door of the tavern, and one of these creatures just landed in front of you, or kind of to the side, and it's just roaring in your face. You can see the just in the background, every time this creature moves, you see this, just through the gaps in the wings and such, this massive gargantuan sapphire dragon fighting Ulrich on a enormous black feathered Pegasus.
I'm gonna continue to go get Delphin.
Boom.
He's not gonna stop.
Do you use your bonus
Wyvern.
action to disengage? Because you have to attack them to get your free swashbuckler thing. Oh.
How I know? I'm just like, how do? In that case, he will do an attack, and then he'll literally run his full feet as far as he can.
And use your bonus action to dash.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
so stab. Use your action to stab.
Yeah.
Well rogued.
I will try. That's a 14.
14 misses, but it does give you your run away. You can't hit me.
Bye.
So you essentially,
Bye.
your rapier just lashes out, and you parkour with it. You push into the drake, and as it flexes, you just let it give you that extra bit, and you do your 35 feet, so 5 feet from the door, and then dash into the tavern itself.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be your turn. Sapphire. Ari's just kept running.
Gonna try and keep its attention on me, but I'm not gonna get too close. So I'm gonna stay probably about 40 feet away from it, and I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
Ooh, go! You throw a dart at it. Go on.
It's 23.
23. Ah, yeah, that hits.
Also, you're a big lad. You could just have grabbed Ari under one arm, run in, run out, with Delphin under the other, and probably been on the boat by the end of your turn.
I was concerned because I could step. I've still got a step of the wind I could use as well to double stuff again. But Ari was. I didn't want to embarrass Ari. I've just met Ari. Anyway, yeah. So
moves 12 miles in 6 seconds.
Yeah, but it's not funny if you drop them. Do you know what I mean?
That is true. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you 40 feet, did you say?
Yeah, 40
So
feet
you
away.
back off 40 feet and essentially are, hey, look at me, and whip out a dart, and it just hits, and you see it stick into the creature. It will then fly over to you.
Of course it will.
With a bit of a leap and a glide and land in front of you, and it will attempt to bite you. unless your AC's an 11, it won't. And then its claws, I think it'll try and sting you.
Oh no.
12.
Yeah, okay. Misses.
Yeah, cool. So as its bite comes in, you literally lean back and just on the nose, bam! No. Its stinger whips over and you step in, full on Riddick style. You get right in its face and its stinger actually comes over the back of you and hits the floor behind you. Harry, you go with it.
I like the idea of just doing that like cats, like straight paw straight out. Bop. No.
The summons a newspaper. Fuck off. Harry, you go rushing into Dalefin's room. He is still in a sparked out state, like shivering. The blurs are less, but they're still happening.
Harry will message him to try and get through a bit clearer than. But damn. He'll attempt to try and like take him with him,
Go on,
try
what's
and
your
like
strength?
drag him.
What's your strength?
Shit.
That's not what I asked. It's not the answer I need. What is it? I need to know your strength.
What, my modifier or my actual strength?
Yeah,
Because my
actual
actual strength is 8.
Cool. So you'll be able to drag him, you won't be able to pick him up.
Yeah, that's why we
As soon as you lay hands on him in his blurred state, and give me a wisdom save.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh, not 20!
Boom!
Ooh.
So as you grab hold of Dalefin, time stops. You're in a glade. There are cherry blossom trees all around you, and the blossoms are falling down. Dalefin, or at least what you assume to be Dalefin, is sat with 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7. Just keeps going, all on their knees on little mats in front of them. They've all got a katana. They've all got a small. It looks to you don't know what it is, but it looks like a smaller version of the katana in front of them, and they're all dotted around this glade of cherry blossom trees. You are able to control yourself within there. Like it's not like you're halted and then you're taken back to where you are now as you are dragging Harry. As Harry is dragging Delphin along. It made sense in my head. But that will be everything you're doing. You can get Delphin, because you'll be half movement because you're terrible stuff. You can drag him out the room and you're now in the corridor of the tavern.
I'm kind of like.
When you ran into the tavern, nobody there.
Would they be able to? Yeah, he actually. Would he be able to message to Sapphire?
What's message? An action. Or a bonus.
You need to be
Yeah,
able to see
so
them.
probably
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
So
Cool.
no, that's fine.
And it's line of sight, is it not? I think
Yeah.
Kester said that.
You
Actually,
need
but
to
yeah.
have visual.
So yeah, so you've done that, right? So that's how it goes. Sapphire. Bear in mind, Kester's and really all happening at the same time. You guys are doing stuff.
Yep.
It's now in your face.
Now it's in my face. I might as well go full hog, and I'll try and hit it with my Naginata.
Skadoosh.
Dirty 20.
Boom.
Where did I put my D8? Oh. That's 5. That's 5 points of damage. No, 6 points of damage. And then I'll make one unarmed strike. I'm not gonna hurry. 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Yeah, 8 points of damage.
Another 8, yeah?
That's it. Yep, that's me.
Boom. It will try and bite you with its first attempt. That's a bit of a munch. Jesus Christ. 13. I've
Misses.
literally rolled 11, 12, 13.
Go for a 14.
Its stinger will come over, and where you think it's coming at you, dart off to the left. Holy shit, it hit him. That is a 22. Whoa. Cool. As you see its stinger dart off to the left, you see it hit a young boy with scruffy hair, and they've got a small knife in their hand.
Oh no,
Oh
They-
shit!
they-
Oh no!
The stinger goes through
Are
them.
you trying to get Mordecai twice in one
Stinger-
night? You're
Stinger
an
rolls.
evil man.
The stinger goes through them and comes back out, and you see blood just pouring. The young lad drops to his knees and then just falls forward, but there's still a very faint breathing going on.
Well,
Harry,
see you
you're-
later, kid.
Harry, you're up.
keep dragging out Delphin.
You don't know
Cool.
any better.
You get Delphin to the door, basically, of the tavern. You open the tap door's open, unless you closed it and locked it on your way. But it swings open. You see away from you now, off to the side, Sapphire fighting the draconic creature one-on-one, Lion-O or Dragon-O. Go that. We'll probably delete that. And then on the floor, give me a perception check. You can see the child.
Oh no, I don't want to see this one. I roll well, it's just dirty 20.
Boom, you see Geddon on the floor, not far from the draconic creature, the young lad that you befriended back in the day. He's flat out, there's blood pooling from him, but on your perception you can see that he's still breathing.
Not adopting a child. We're not adopting a child.
No, we're not.
Leave him to die.
So I've only been able to get to the door, and that's obviously everything that I can do.
Your half
Okay.
speed, you're dragging Delphin, you're not strong enough.
Yeah. Can I shout to?
You can see. Sapphire's only 45 at a push away from you. Just veered off. Sapphire took the draconic creature away from the doorway to give you a straight run.
Shouting is a free action.
Depends what you shout. If it's a spell, it's not. So what do you do?
Chance of that. There's only one level bar in me. He will shout across to Sapphire, take him, and kind of like show Delphin up, like, because he's just not
Just-
strong enough to
just-
be like, this boy is here. You can't do anything else.
You're
so-
shouting to Sapphire to grab Delphin.
Yeah.
Cool. Sapphire.
Okie dokie. I will. Disengage is your action, isn't it?
If you don't have it, if you're not a rogue, yeah.
Oh no, I can step of the wind to disengage, and then I can dash after that as a normal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do that. I'll step of the wind, burn my last key point, get over to them, and I'm not abandoning Ari. So what I'll do is I'll take the other side of Delphin and just try and drag us all along as fast as I can.
So I already know you're strong enough. So you've take the weight. Ari, you feel almost as if you don't even feel like you're helping, considering Sapphire's 6'7". So like Delphin's feet are off the floor, and you're kind of just holding his shirt, like, yeah, I'm helping. It's like when a little one helps their, mum or dad carry the shopping, and you're like, yeah, you're doing a great job. You carry the crisps. So that was Sapphire's go, and you guys start. You've still got the creature, whose turn it is now, who will rush over and try to stinger attack Harry. Fuck off. Does 15.
Yes, that hits.
15 hits you. Oh dear.
I'm a squishy rogue.
Take 8 points of piercing damage and give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm just adding up. I'll say 10.
Right, so you take 8 points of piercing to start with. As the stinger hits you and you feel its venom pour through you and do a fuck ton of damage. Oh shit, they're dead.
Well, it was nice meeting you all.
Tune in next week when we all have new characters.
So you take all the damage because you failed your Constitution saving throw.
I like it. She's like, how much damage?
All of it.
You take 25 points of poison damage. So Sapphire, while you're holding Delphin, who's pretty limp but still got the shiver going on, You see Ari on the other side, just sort of limp to the floor. Its second attack will come at you. 10.
Misses.
And it'll just claw the stonework above your head of the tavern. And then it'll back out of combat and sort of start prowling again. So I would allow an attack of opportunity, but you'll be at disadvantage since you're holding an elf.
No, I'm purely focused on getting us the hell out of here. So what I'll try and do, and I'm very aware this is not going to work.
It's Ari's go, Sapphire.
Oh, apologies.
Ari, death saving throw.
Not using you. Oh, 17.
That's a pass.
I heard the relief in that.
Yeah.
Now it's your go, Sapphire. You can see Ari just coughs up blood.
I'm essentially going to try and like get my arm up under Ari as well and lift Ari up.
Right, now I
as
need
best I can.
give me a strength check. Because you're strong, but you're not super strong.
Oh, I know. 17.
Yeah, you can put them both up. I will say you are half movement carrying 2 people.
Cool.
So just
Yep.
just the 400 per turn this time.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, so I'm just going to book it towards the thing as fast as I can go, holding the 2 people that I'm holding.
So you start booking it. The creature will come running at you as an Eldritch Blast hits it. And you noticed off to your sides one of the Knights of the Hooded Wolf just pop in Eldritch Blast at the wyvern creature. It will try to bite you as it runs past you towards the knight. Fucking hell, you are not easy away. 15.
Oh, that hits.
Oh. It only does 10 points of piercing damage to you.
Oh shit, I think I might be down.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude.
I am.
Bloody healing potions in my bag. He wouldn't know that because it's not what the part.
No, wouldn't know
And-
that. I only had 7 from the healing word, so...
And so the ship set sail with the twins aboard, unknowing of what has happened to the rest of their party.
The one, like, AJ!
So, it bites Sapphire, and you'll feel those teeth rake into your collarbone as you go back. And then it just runs past you and straight at the Knight of the Hooded Wolf. And everything goes down for Sapphire. So, Ari, give me a death saving throw.
$14.
Oh,
Yeah, you're fine, it's over 10.
it's not doing what I need. So, Sapphire, death saving throw.
11.
Oh, okay. Kess and Zandria, it's been 18 seconds since which probably took you at that time to get on the ship. So,
Yeah. So they wouldn't even know anything was wrong.
nope. Den. Right. Can.
If you say, can I give you a constitution saving throw, I'm gonna put my arm through this screen and hopes that I can reach through a distance and strangle you.
Kess,
Just so
can you
you're
give
aware.
me a Constitution saving throw, please.
I can
Just roll a
indeed.
d20, don't tell me just the number of the d20, mate.
Just the D20, that's a 19.
Boom. So, cool. Now, Ari, death saving throw.
Like this. And
10. 10's exactly what you need. It's 9 and below. So you are now not dying, but unconscious. Yeah?
okay. Yeah.
Sapphire, death saving throw. Ari, you come to consciousness. 2. Jesus Christ. Ari, you come to consciousness and you look up at a piss-wet through Dalefin, absolutely sodden with sweat. And they're now 99% just them, and then the odd flicker of themselves. Struggling like mad as he pours one of the healing potions down your throat. And you get 8 points of healing back.
Oh, thank God.
The creature is engaged with one of the Knights of the Hooded Wolf, and now one of the dwarf lads from the Blue Cask is just wailing into it with a pickaxe type weapon.
Can I give one of the healing potions out of my bag to Sapphire?
If you wish.
Yes. I wish.
Dalefin just sort of stares at you, Harry. He's not got time to care who Sapphire is, and just sort of leans into you, really weakened. We need to leave.
Agreed.
Fucking shit, my dude.
So, Sapphire, you are conscious with whatever Harry gave you.
Oh,
Yep.
what do I roll? Potion.
Can I give him a potion? Of course you can.
The potions are 4d4 plus 4.
4. Thank God we bought those, kids.
Yeah!
Thank
See?
God we got the good ones.
See?
Because
I made
we've
a
gone
good
through
call.
the lot.
15 points back to you.
Oh my god, that seems like so many now. Thank you very much.
No shit, Dalefin. Yeah, no shit, Dalefin. We need to leave.
So
yeah.
So you, Dalefin is not in a state to be coherent, but he managed to bring himself back with a 19 from Caspian. So yeah. What are you doing, Harry? What are you doing, Sapphire? Dalefin is still leaning on you. No, Dalefin is leaning on you for aid still. But you reckon you wouldn't be able to sprint with him, but you could move your full movement.
Move away as quickly as possible to the ship. We need to get back to the ship.
It takes you a bit longer than it did when you Sonic the Hedgehog it back up to the tavern.
Gotta go fast.
But you get down to the dock. There's no sign of Xandria and Kess until you see the ship of the Black Wing, the people on top of there, and you spot Kess and Xandria on deck. By the time you've got back, the Wandering Leaf, everyone is now on deck, and that ship, the Wandering Leaf, is actually pulling out of the dock to open, into the estuary main. The estuary is massive. Like, the width of it is, it's enormous. It's absolutely enormous. But there's enough for ships to actually have shipping lanes rather than just a river. Well, you've got a few 3-mast ships in there, so that's how big it is. The Orcan Whale isn't quite undocked yet, but the Wandering Leaf is slightly ahead. The Black Wing is ready to go and is slowly drifting, but almost like they're deliberately slowing it down.
If Kess
see them,
then he'll be down,
Yeah.
like helping them haul up.
Cool.
Same.
As Kess and Xandria jump down to help them haul up, Kess and Xandria give me a dexterity save. Ari and Sapphire at disadvantage.
That is dirty 20.
Also a dirty 20.
Why disadvantage? I just rolled a nat 20. That's just
That's because you are carrying a dodgy elf.
17 though.
17's fine. Sapphire?
11.
Oh dear. Give me an athletics.
Can I just take Dalefin off them?
Sapphire, give me a grapple check. So for you defending it is acrobatics or athletics, your choice. And your DC is 7.
Oh, okay, cool. That's not too bad.
However,
23.
You take damage. You take 9 points of slashing damage as the talons rake across your back. Ari, you dodge. Kess, you dodge. Xandria, you dodge. As another one of them dive bombs down, and you haul yourselves up over the deck, and a few of the others come over, help you pull over. A couple of the Goliaths pull you over. As Sapphire stands, you now see that of the couple of Goliaths immediately next to you, Sapphire and the 2 Goliaths are like same height. Yeah, one might be 6'10", but you know. And they pull you over there. You turn and you can see more of the these draconic creatures like dive bombing as your ship starts sailing away. What you do notice is the amount of attacks that you lot are throwing as you start sailing away or pulling away from the dock area. They don't chase. They remain. It's almost like they'll start flying out towards you and then just hit the brakes in midair, and they stay near the town. You look up into the sky, and you can see still this creature. I cannot put into words how big the sapphire dragon is. and even though Ulrich is on this massive Pegasus, he's still a bit of a dot flying around this creature. But you can see them kicking off in the sky. Then the sapphire blue dragon disappears, just literally blinks out of existence, and you see two humanoids fall. Yep, the one that was sat on it and a humanoid, and they literally, the one above leans forward like a skydive, dives down, grabs the one that was falling limp, turns into a massive owl, and just clutches the fallen one in talons and fucking bolts. As that happens,
That's some druid bullshit.
as that happens, all these smaller drakes just like lemmings all around the town, and the dust just settles onto the town, and you can hear many constitution saves across the town.
Because there's no such thing as dragons.
And the enormous, I told you, and the enormous owl fucks off northeast from Balron into the sky. Ulrich starts to give chase, and again does similar to what the drakes did, and just hits the brakes, and then just swoops down into the town as your ship starts pulling out into the estuary away from Malron. About 20 minutes passes. There's a bit of panic. People are still in that panic state, but in a we know our job, we'll panic later sort of mentality. They tie up, they get everything done. They 2 seconds. Oh, that's not what I wanted. You are now on the ship. It's sailing away. The waters are calm, and as you're going out, there is a bit of a calm that comes to the ship. You can see the wandering leaf in the distance. You can see the Orcam whale not far from you. But obviously, all of you are on massive ships. The Black Wing is enormous, and they're all coming out. So you see lots of other smaller ships dotted about in the almost land, not landlocked, but it's like a sea-esque sized estuary before it buggers off into the main oceans. Straight away you get this Romerick is up on top, and there's a bit of a conversation going on with the House of the Forged and Romerick, and their sort of arms are up in the air at the Forged, but Romerick is still stood perfectly straight. Someone comes running towards you. She is quite young. She has very long, messy, like mahogany brown hair, and she has her long jacket on. Again, it's the double-breasted across. It's all tattered, well worn. Her tricorn is well battered and seen many years, despite her youth. And she comes up to you and is everybody okay? Are you all okay?
We are being better, being worse.
Sapphire's literally lying on the decking.
It's just like a heap of them. You're like.
She just turns and she goes, sorry, I'm Captain Rodina. 2 seconds. You there? And she just starts calling out to the crew and stuff. Please deal with the. Sorry, Tabaxi. What is your name?
Sapphire.
So somebody please deal with Sapphire. And she starts giving orders. If you need healing, please. These will help you. Torrik, over here. And Torrik comes over. And he's like, what? And it's the dwarf that would bawling orders. Can you deal with these, please? Go on then. And he just goes round you all, and we'll deal with that next week.
Oof.
Boom.
Was it just like abused Mel night?
Yeah, it was.
So that's the end of the section.
Granddad's dead, you're dead, and see that kid from the first episode? He's dead.
He's dead too.
You don't know he's dead. You just left
Your
him
dog
to die.
dead. Your dog's dead. The ex, she hates you.
So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for those that followed, subscribed, etc. It's been absolutely fantastic. I hope you really enjoyed the episode session, whatever you cool kids are calling it. every Tuesday from 8 o'clock, British summertime, etc. We run. It's great. Sean, welcome to the gang, mate. Brilliant having you at school. Nearly died.
Baptism by fire, yo.
Hopefully we'll have Delphin back next week, and then hopefully as Kate, aka Griff, comes off sabbatical, we'll have a lovely bunch of 6 of them running around being lunatics. Thank you very much. It's been great. Look out for all the social media stuff, the charity stream, all that good stuff. I've had a great night. I wrote a lot of stuff down. A lot of it happened, which was amazing. So thank you, players. And yeah, tune in. Tell everyone about us. I want more people watching.
More people. Raid Ashana.
Raid Ashana, yeah, well played. We're gonna Raid Ashana now, one of our sponsors. I always forget this. So
that's why we always remind you.
We're going to raid Ashana. So thank you very much for watching. It's been amazing. I can't wait for next week. It's going to be cool. So for now, say goodbye, players.
Goodbye, players.